froze the camera. Chat, we are here live 11:39 chapter reaction as promised. Guys, who's hyped? Who's hyped for the new One Piece content? Who's hyped to see our boy Scopper? My camera keeps freezing. Yes, sir. Let's get it with the technical difficulties. We're here, chat. We are here. We're live. I'm so excited to read this, chat. How are you guys doing today? Guys, how we doing? And bro, my camera. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Hold on. Yo, look at the, what do you call it? The not so good freeze frame. Yo, okay, will it stay still? Will it not crash again? Will it not crash today? We're rocking the JoJo's. You know, we gotta represent for all the JoJo fans. Chat, how are we doing, guys? I'm so excited. I'm so excited to read some One Piece. Shout out to OP Cam or OP Cams. Yeah, my camera should be an OP cam. It keeps freezing. But shout out to OP Scans, guys. OP Scans came through with the chapter. God bless, because I'm pretty sure TCB has not dropped yet. Bro, don't tell me this camera froze again, dude. All right, chat. You guys know what the rules are. All right, you guys know the rules. Every stream, we have to have a technical difficulty. It's not really a stream without some kind of problem. And now the camera's just not turning on at all. Yo, I think this is Dio's fault. What is happening? What's good, guys? Hold on, we got some big technical difficulties going on right now. What the hell? Hold on, guys. What the, bro? Okay, let's try this now. Hold on, let's try this now. Okay. Will this not freeze? Bro, I am not restarting my PC. That is not an option. Then I have to restart the stream. We are not doing that. But appreciate the suggestion. Guys, shout out to OP Scans. They ended up releasing the chapter really early last night, or I guess this morning. Shout out to Big OP Scans. Big OP Scans. Pretty sure TCB has not released it yet, but chat, how are we doing, guys? How are we doing, guys? What are we sipping on, guys? You guys got some water, you guys got some coffee, you guys got some, I don't know, energy drinks. How are we doing? Have you watched Initial D? Yeah, I watched it way back in the day. Initial D's fire, but I watched it way back in the day. I'm talking way back in the day. I'm talking like 2014. Dio was a good guy? How the hell is Dio a good guy? Yo, see what I mean? Like, yo, anyone's just a good guy to you guys, huh? Loki's a good guy, Doflamingo's a good guy, Inu's a good guy, Orochi's a good guy. Everyone's a good guy. Let's have no standards. What's good, Blackbeard propagandist? You know what? It makes sense, right? Your name is literally Blackbeard propagandist. Of course you think Dio's a good guy. Of course you think that. Lucas, what's good, bro? He said, I'm itching to abuse my mod powers. Someone misbehave, please. Guys, someone say something. Say something like, say something to piss me off so that Lucas can ban you. Have you seen Morge's video? No, I haven't. I don't really follow One Piece YouTubers. Rashad, what's good, brother? GR Raider, what's good, King? He says slaving away in the office. Yo, who's at work right now? Is anyone here at work? Or are you guys at home? Last night when we did our long summary spoiler stream, apparently most people were laying in bed. I don't know why someone would lay in bed and watch a grown man. I don't know who would be down to do something like that. Bro, okay, ban this dude that just said I look Indian. Bro, I do not look Indian. I'm not gonna explain why I'm not Indian, but I do not look Indian. Morish's latest video lays out what the One Piece is. That's pretty cool, I guess. Lucas said, yo, I can't ban if his comments make me laugh. So basically to get banned, to get timed out, you gotta just say some wild stuff that like isn't funny. Is that what it is? Bro looks Lunarian. Okay, that's a fire one. Yo, you should get mod just for saying that. He said bro looks Lunarian. Yo, that's a fire take. Cause you know what? I keep getting the Morley comments, Mr. 3, of course Charlos. Now people are saying I look Indian. You know what? This dude should get mod. Yo, guys, vote in chat. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Should we give Freddie Martinez mod for that? Should he get a wrench right by his name? Bro said I look Lunarian. Whoo. I want you to connect with other YouTubers. You'll grow more as a person. Okay, yeah. I did that. I've done that before. Like, you gotta realize, like, I've been doing One Piece content for... Guys, how long has it been now? Like 3 years or something? Bro, I've already tried collabing with the other creators. I've already done, like, the Reverie a few times. You know the Reverie? But right now, I'm just kind of flying dolo. I like streaming like on my by myself because you know like when I'm collabing with other creators on stream, I'm like talking to them and then my chat has to get ignored, which like I don't like to do that. And then also like you got to think, right? When I started defending Palestine, all the One Piece YouTubers got butthurt. So and then when I started naming the Jew, then they definitely got butthurt. But anyways, has your hair fall stopped? Dude, it's because my skin, like my scalp is super dry. Like it's not humid enough. Bro, I gotta get a humidifier. I need to put like a humidifier in like my room, bro, because like my scalp is getting super dry. And it's so weird because like I used to live somewhere that was way, because like technically the state that I live in, right? The state in the city, it's supposed to be super humid here, right? It's supposed to be really humid. But like I'm having like dry scalp problems and I gotta like put oil in my hair. Like I just had to do that right now. Then when I lived in an area before a few years ago that was like 10 times drier, I didn't have this problem. It makes no sense. So that's why they don't talk to you anymore. I mean, I don't really care, dude. That's on them. And yeah, this is a beautiful Christmas tree. Don't you like it? That's on them, dude. Like, what about, am I not going to talk about Palestine just because I don't want to lose friends? Bro, I wouldn't want to really be friends with someone that's okay with genocide anyways. That's how I see it. Like, I believe everyone should have standards when it comes to friends, you know? So if I talk about how Israel is just completely satanic and evil and just filled with pedophiles, like, and someone gets mad, then like maybe we shouldn't be friends then. I think most people, like when you're doing One Piece content, they're like, no, we can't talk about politics. Let's just support and promote the LGBTQ gayness and trainees. Let's support wokeism. Let's defend Israel. Don't speak on Palestine. We're going to cry over O'Hara genocide. We're going to cry over God Valley genocide. We're going to cry over what happened to Wano, but we're not going to say anything about what's happening in real life right now. Like, yo, you guys go be your own, go do your own thing, and I'm going to go over here. I'm going to be over here doing my thing. All right? So if you guys want to rock like that, then you guys rock like that. I don't really care. That's for you guys to do. I know what I'm gonna do, and what I'm gonna do is what I'm doing. I'm with the game, got the greatest chat, got the greatest community, got the greatest friends. This is where it's at, chat. This is where it's at, chat. That's I love you. I think you meant to say thanks. That's I love for you for supporting Palestine. If all subscribers subscribed from you, I'll be the one who's here. Love you, man. Appreciate it, bro. I've said this before. I posted this on Twitter. I've said this a million times before. If I lose all subscribers, if I lose all my friends, if I pretty much like go down to nothing, just lose all subs, all friends, supporters, if they all disappeared because I stuck up for Palestine, I tell you that Jesus Christ is God. The triune God is the only God. That's the only true God. And Israel is terrible, satanic, and not actually biblical Israel. Then guess what? So be it. To me, it's worth it, bro. To get crucified, like a metaphorical, right? I'm not actually getting put on a cross, but to get like metaphorically crucified, to be like a metaphorical martyr, yo, that is an honor. That is an honor. But anyways, chat, anyways, has anyone read the chapter, guys? You guys know how we do. Right before we read, I ask you guys, to those of you that have read the content, what are we rating it, guys? What are we rating it? 11, 30, 9. What do you like? What is a rating? 1 to 10. I'm excited. I have no clue how good this chapter is going to be. All I know, man, is that this chapter is 13 pages. I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be depressed. Like, I feel like I'm going to finish it in like 2 minutes. People differentiate current Israel to the Holy Land, and I never understand it. It's because the Holy Land was for people that follow Yahweh, people that follow Elohim, Jehovah, right? And Jehovah, Elohim, Yahweh, he sent his son down, and his son finished the work there, and they created a new covenant. So like when you read through the Holy Bible, it doesn't talk about how we should be worshiping earthly Jerusalem. In fact, it says kind of the opposite. You can see in the New Testament, look at the book of Revelation, it says that true Jerusalem is heavenly Jerusalem. Like the Jerusalem that we should be boasting in, or even the Jerusalem that God takes delight in, is not Israel. It's Jerusalem in heaven. And it talks about at the end of days when Jesus brings the final judgment, there's going to be a new heaven and new earth, and heavenly Jerusalem, true Jerusalem, is going to come down to earth. So when we look at Israel, modern day like Israel, God already finished his work there. We should not be boasting in a land where the work was already complete. That's one. Two, God isn't going to justify Jews who don't believe in Jesus committing genocide on animals, kids, and women. Like, no matter which way you spin it, Israel is just not anything like what it was in the Bible. Then you also have the fact that through the Balfour Declaration, the Rothschilds worked with Great Britain to steal land. This is nothing like biblical Israel at all. True Israel is now a spiritual thing. It's the church. But anyways, Chief Soma, what's good, bro? I'm glad you finally talked about this. I didn't want to bring it up. It's all good, bro. Everyone's free to have their own takes. Wild, bro. Don't believe in God yet. Believing he promised them said land. Make it make sense. Wait, what? Wild, bro. Don't believe in God yet believing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because what? So here... Look, I don't want to go on this whole tangent. I do want to read the chapter. All I'm going to say is that people seem to not understand that a Jew in 2025 was not a Jew from Jesus's time. The Talmud was written after Jesus died. And the Talmud has a lot of precedence in Judaism. So when people say, well, Jesus was Jewish. Yes, he was Jewish, but not like Jews in modern day society. That's like saying like, oh, how are you going to hate on the founding fathers of America? They were slave owners. You're American. It's like, yes, technically I'm American, but like it's a far different context. The beliefs, the worldview and all that was completely different. But it's like you have to see what Jesus said, right? No one can get to the Father except through me. So if they're not going through him, who are they going to then? Huh? No one could come to the Father except through me. Okay, so who are you going to then? Who are they going to then? Love you, bro. Always be who you are. Say what's wrong and what's right. May Allah bless you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Kunio. What's good, bro? I'm glad to see you. Yeah, we got all the regulars here. We got Kunio, we got Leon, OPL, Asathoth, welcome back, Rashad, Pokemon Red. Guys, I thought Robin's birthday was yesterday. Thought I saw someone post about it, I think yesterday. Robin's birthday's today? Man, you guys are yapping in my Discord. Happy birthday to baby girl. Today is Robin Chuan's birthday. That was yesterday. Wait, her birthday's was yesterday or is it today? When is her birthday? Yeah, was it yesterday or is it today? I need some answers. Bring L in the chat. Yo, where's that boy L? You know L always shows up to the streams late. Viswa, what's good? Elsa, what's good? Branks, what's good? Dawn of Ascension, what's good? Tay, what's good? Yo, is there anyone in chat that I have not said welcome to? For Fun, what's good, brother? Mind Hacks, what's good? Zoro, how you doing? Eric Hernandez, what's good, brother? Mo, the one and only. Big Mo. We have Naranja. Is there anyone else that I haven't said what's up to? Jacob, what's good, bro? What's up, man? Who else? Vincent, what's up, bro? JR Writer, what's up? Okay, what's up? Gambit, what's up? It's good, bro. Robin's birthday suit posted up on Evil's Discord. Dude, I can't put that on the stream. You're gonna get me banned. You're gonna get me in trouble, bro. L's finally here. L, we were just talking about you. L, we were just talking about you, my guy. We were just wondering, where is that dude L? Where's the man L? All right, guys. Quick prayer, and we'll jump into the chapter reaction, guys. All right, quick prayer. I'm going to do a quick prayer and jump into the chapter reaction, all right? You guys know I got to have the beautiful bandana on me. you guys know we got to have the scarf, the beautiful silk scarf. You guys know we got to hold it down. You know we got to hold it down. Got our rosary. Got our beautiful, blessed rosary. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. My Lord and Savior, my rock, my refuge, my shield, my stronghold, my deliverer, my beautiful Father, Lord Jesus Christ. Christ Jesus, thank you for another day of life, Lord. Thank you for breathing your breath into my body, giving me energy, and allowing me to wake up this morning for another opportunity, another experience in this world and life, Lord. Thank you for this opportunity, Lord. Thank you for this immeasurable gift, Lord. Thank you for the food, water, shelter, entertainment, strength, courage, bravery, creativity, resilience. Thank you for everything that you supply my mind, body, and soul. I can never repay you, Lord. But to my last dying breath, I will glorify you, and I'll continue to be a lion for you in the faith, Lord. I'll devote my every ounce of my being, every fiber of my being, in glorifying you and honoring you, Lord. I come to you today to ask you to please bless the stream. Please give us a very fun time so we could all be together in unity, so we can all be in harmony, having lots of jokes, lots of fun, lots of laughter, lots of creativity and ideas, cook some theories. Lord, please bless the stream. Please allow me to speak precisely. Lord, protect me from error. Allow me to bring lost sheep to you, back to the shepherd. Please help me protect the flock, Lord, and rebuke Satan, rebuke any evil spirits, unclean spirits that might want to throw us off course or attack us. And finally, Lord, I ask that you please protect my beautiful supporters, my beautiful friends, my family, my subscribers, my viewers, and future subscribers and viewers. I ask that you protect them, Lord. Help them through all their pain, misery, depression, struggles, sicknesses, illnesses. Lord, I ask that you please heal them. Fill them with love, courage, hope, resilience, strength, and bravery. Lord, I ask that you please fill them with the Holy Spirit. Reveal yourself to them in such a way that they cannot ever deny your existence and your truth, Lord. Please help them through any problem that they're facing right now. Please allow me to say what I need to say and speak precisely so I can heal hearts and save souls, Lord. Bring people to you, make people's days better, help people through their pain, distract them through their issues, Lord. Please give me the skill set and the courage and the strength and the creativity and the power to help and make this world a better place and to fulfill not my will, but your will, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. L said, Lord, please don't get me some gooning thoughts. Bro, come on, L. Come on, L. Someone's dropping in the stream at the end of the chapter. What do you mean? Someone's dropping in the stream at the end of the chapter. What does that mean? All right, yo, Star Platinum, welcome back, bro. John and Chloe Anderson, what's up? Amen. All right, guys, it is time. One Piece 1139. The Mountain Eater. Ogre Child Yamato got Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 25. They captured the two rebels. You know what? As I've said 10 quintillion times, I want to see the Blackbeard Pirates invade Wano. But I'm also thinking, like, what if these guys right here, Who's Who and his team, Page One and Ulti, what if they start working together? They go invade the prison and they save King and Queen. Like, that's a possibility, right, guys? Like, Who's Who, those dudes like behind them, and then Page One and Ulti, can they like group up together, go to the Udon prison and save King and Queen? Like, how crazy would that be? Because I don't know. I'm starting to wonder, like, is Oda really going to send Blackbeard here? It's 25 volumes. We're 25 volumes into this cover story. I still don't see Blackbeard nor his crew. So maybe that's the bet. If Blackbeard and his crew don't show up in this cover story, similar to the previous cover story where the Blackbeard Pirates invaded Whole Cake, maybe it's King and Queen. I don't like Page One and Ulti, but I'm sure Yamato will save them. Save them, though? Because it wasn't Who's Who, Page One and Ulti, they were all on the same crew, right? They were all Beast Pirates. And technically, Yamato was like with the Beast Pirates, technically, because she was like the daughter of Kaido, but that doesn't really count because you could see how she was fighting Kaido on rooftop, remember? So, for me, it's like Page One, Ulti, Who's Who, they're like homies. So, like, if Yamato showed up, who is she saving then? That would be neat if Page One and Ulti freed them. Yeah, that might be what happens if Oda's not going to send the Blackbeard Pirates to Wano for Pluton or the Poneglyph. Mike Super was good, brother. If Queen's skinny now like Shinobu, yeah, that'd be funny. Shinobu, Big Mom, Alvida, you know, like the weight loss journey. We're gonna see Queen do that. First chapter, or first page of the chapter, guys. Let's get it. We've been searching for the key for a while. The sun is about to set. Look at the size of this place. Got the vice captain starting the chapter. The chapter begins with a dialogue from the vice captain. What's getting Antoine? The exploration of the Oris castle continues. The guards have no idea where the key, the one who probably know, or where the key is. I think they meant to put where the key is. The guards have no idea where the key is. The one who probably knows about it is Ja Rule-sama. Maybe the other elders too. The old man with the sword? Would he actually tell me where it is? Of course, he wouldn't tell you. Letting Loki escape is considered a serious crime, you know? Now that we've even decided whether to free him or not, or not that we've even decided what, I don't know why, like, one, I can't read, and like two, this is like worded weird. Not that we've even decided whether to free him or not. Wow, Zoro, you really don't take it easy. Hey guys, look over here. What is it? Man, Oda, why you always gotta do this fan service? Oda always has to do like fan service. You know that Robin, Nami, Ripley, Shirahoshi. Oda, can you go one chapter without fan service? What is it? Gulp, gulp. A red carpet. The remnants of nobility. Could this be the throne room? No, in the original, it can also be read as King's Chamber. With your whoa, everything's wrecked. The signs of battle are all over the place. The ceiling is completely destroyed. So this really is the throne room. Huh? What's that mark? A mark? Where? Yeah, it's the magic circle, the same circle that the Gorsei use. The only difference is that the one for the Holy Knights don't have a 5 on it. That's right. It looks like a magic circle I saw in a book. What is it? It's a ritual from some country used to summon demons. What? Does it actually summon them? Well, I don't know. Why would something like this be in the throne room? That's creepy. Yo, this is gonna be Emu's country, man. Emu's country is somehow connected to Namakura Island. Brooks time skip. Look, bro, I don't know. Somehow, some way, these guys that tried to summon demons and they tried to summon Satan through their black magic, right? And their rituals, and they try to sell their soul. These guys are somehow related or somehow connected, maybe in their ancient history time, to Emu's kingdom. Somehow, some way. And then Luffy's like, I feel like I've seen this somewhere recently. Luffy, short-term memory loss. This man, Luffy, has some short-term memory loss, my guy. Luffy, you literally saw that like a week ago. How long has it been since Luffy fought Saturn, like in story time? Does anyone remember like how many days they spent at sea? Luffy, it wasn't that long ago. You know, if Robin was here, she probably would have recognized it. But then again, did Robin see the magic? I think Luffy was the only one that would have saw the magic circle. 5 days? Was Luffy the only one in Egghead that would have seen the magic circle? Straw Hat Luffy. What? Who is it? Is it you, demon? Of course not, idiot. Who is it? Could it be the spirits of the dead? I've always wanted to meet you. Who are you? Show yourself now. Could this be a summoned demon? This castle is cursed. We should run before we get possessed. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. Wait, stop. All right, translator note. Calm yourself is the closest translation of Shizumari Tamae, a phrase often used in religious or spiritual contexts in Japan, especially, in Shinto rituals to pacify agitated or enraged deities or spirits. Wait. Okay, we see a flying axe. Ping. Yeah. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Don't let go of my hand. Oh, thank you. Ah, someone's on the throne. Forgive me, Namitaso. I'm gonna beat you up. And resident of Elbaf, human, former pirate, Yasan. Yo, why does he look just like Crocus? Bro, he looks just like Crocus. That's so funny. Yo, he's like Crocus. Man, guys, did you feel the same like when you saw him? Don't you instantly get like, oh, the old guy from Dragon Ball? What's the old dude from Dragon Ball? The little short old guy. He's like bald with the beard. Master Roshi? Is that his name? I don't know. For some reason, I get like Master Roshi vibes. And he's wearing like the Hawaiian shirt. Roshi? Yeah, Master. Yo, I get heavy Master Roshi vibes for some reason. I think it's because of like, you know, he's a white guy. Well, white, right? But like light skin, beard, Hawaiian shirt. Ah, Yashi, why are you here? I sensed a strange hockey coming from the castle, but it seems it's gone now. Instead, I found you. Yeah, so, guys, you got to think. When he said that he sensed a great hockey here at the castle, I think that's because of the Holy Knights when they first appeared on the island. Because you got to think he came to the castle where the magic circle's used. But if you think about when the Holy Knights appeared in that castle, there was a big Conqueror's Haki lightning strike. There was a big Conqueror's lightning blast. So my theory is that in order to use these magical circles, like these rituals that they're currently talking about, it's a mix between like writing from a ritual and hockey. You guys could see it right here. That, bro, that's just Conqueror's Haki. This is hockey, bro. This is hockey. So when you think about, let me go back to the Namakura Island. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's hope YouTube didn't just scan that for a second. You guys know how YouTube is. I have the new chapter up for like a split second and YouTube just copyright strikes. Anyways, when you think about like this, right? These guys, it seemed like they really wanted to do black magic. They really wanted to summon in Satan and demons. But maybe the reason they couldn't pull it off is because these guys weren't using hockey. Whereas the Holy Knights, the Garsei, they do use hockey. And can anyone tell me what chapter it was when the Garsei used the magic circle? Because we can check to see if the Garsei used hockey as well. I'm pretty sure they did. Chapter 1094, you can see the lightning blast right here. This must be hockey. So the thing is when what we could basically say is Scopper Gabon is confirming that these rituals needs hockey involved with it. Now, we were talking about how like yesterday there might be like sorcerer's hockey, magical hockey, you know, maybe a fourth type of hockey. But, you know, going over it again, I think it's a little unclear, because it could just be that they're like, you know, doing some kind of ritualistic drawing, you know, Star of David. Then they use the Conqueror's Haki on it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Regular hockey? Or is there like a fourth new type of hockey, Sorcerer's Haki? What do you guys think? Dang, what fan service did I miss? Bro, that was like 15 minutes ago. It was Nami. I heard the rumor, Straw Hat Luffy. Seems like you took down Kaido, didn't you? It's been a long time. I want to travel to Wano country again. What, Yarshi? In Elbaf, he's known as Yar-san. Didn't you go to the school? Didn't you meet a teacher named Ripley there? He's her husband. Yo, this man, Scopper, bro. He likes the bigger girls. You know, hey, Pokemon Red 21, you and Scopper are not that different. You guys like, you know, you like girls that are curvy, voluptuous, but specifically, you like the really tall girls. If I'm not mistaken, Pokemon Red, you said so yourself. See, Scopper's the same. He likes a girl that's real tall. He likes a girl that towers over him, you know? He likes submission, right? He wants to feel inferior. It gets his cogs turning. Bro, you're sipping a Monster already? Switch to Celsius. I drink Celsius every once in a while. I like the sparkling orange. I like the acai as well. But with Celsius, bro, it doesn't give me that energy boost that I need. So, you know, I don't drink like if I drink something like this, right? This is strictly for energy. Other than this, it's just water. Like, I don't touch soda, milkshakes, nothing. I'll have one, right? But other than that, I'm sipping water all day. And this one has no sugar. This is sugar-free. It says total sugar 0 grams, includes 0 grams added sugars. So there's no sugar in this. But anyways, We don't drink Monster, bro. It's the mark of the beast. Come on. The mark of the beast is supposed to go on your right hand and your forehead. Does my right hand or my forehead have the mark of the beast? And also the mark of the beast is supposed to like, it's supposed to have authority over you. When you buy or sell. And doesn't the Antichrist, doesn't he like establish the mark of the beast? Like he orders it or something? Thoughts on Scopper, Roger level? Shout out to Dan with the 2. Well, Dan, unfortunately, brother, I have not made it to that part of the chapter. So, I mean, all I could really say is that Roger died young, like young in the One Piece world, right? Roger died young. Think about Garp and Whitebeard and Big Mom. These characters are in their 80s. Roger died when he was like, what, 53, 54? On top of that, when he died, he had a life-threatening disease. So Scopper didn't die young. He didn't have a life-threatening disease. He was able to continue living. And then where did he live? He lived in a war-torn country, Elbaf. So I think we need to look at it in context. You know, when we talk about Scopper's strength compared to Roger. Roger died when he was like 53. Usually our character's prime is around 60. He died when he was like 53. He had a life-threatening disease that had him coughing up blood. Scopper didn't die. He lived way longer. And he lived in a war-torn country with a bunch of warriors everywhere. That's how I would look at it, Dan Demand. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you, brother. God bless you, Dan. Thank you for the support. Chat, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? And then like another part of it is that a great example of power creep in One Piece? The longer One Piece goes on, the more Oda has to add characters that are around Luffy's level for certain plot devices. He has to keep adding characters that are somehow Roger's level because he's been dragging out the story for so long. Like, seriously, look at the Shanks Pirates chapter 1. It was like a random pirate crew that really wasn't up to nothing. Now when you look at them, they're like gods of the world, you know? That's just the power creep of One Piece going on for 1,100 chapters. We got L with the 2. Thank you, brother. God bless you, L. He said, with all this Scopper hype, Sanji stocks are up. Guys, would you agree with that notion? Would you agree with that notion? With all of the Scopper hype, Sanji stocks are up? Do we agree with that? Because last time I checked, our boy Sanji isn't even in this chapter. The first person that even spoke in this chapter was our boy Zoro. Where's Sanji? Look, where's Sanji? If anything, Oda's showing sympathy for Sanji by adding another simp character. That being Scopper. What is your favorite movie? 1984 and The Matrix. Well, I guess I would have to answer that in like for different categories, right? I'll give you the top 3. 1984, The Matrix, the original one. I don't know, man. Spirited Away is like a classic, but would I consider it one of my favorite movies? Definitely The Matrix in 1984. Hey guys, Mario's asking where we could read the chapter. Does anyone know if the chapter link is pinned in the stream chat? Does anyone know? Or do I not do that every week? Have I watched Idiocracy? No, I haven't. Tropical Thunder is gas. V for Vendetta. I watched V for Vendetta. It was pretty cool. It just didn't really, you know, it just didn't really hit for me. I actually watched it not too long ago, like a few months ago. It didn't have that oomph, you know? Yo, why people still asking for the link in the stream? I don't know, dude. People do this every single week. Like, And I mean, it's just funny because think about it, right? For them to ask where the stream for where the chapter link is, they have to go into the stream chat. Like they have to go in the stream chat and then ask, right? That's how they're asking, right? But the link is literally in the chat. Spirited Away, FTW. I highly recommend They Live and Idiocracy, two amazing films. All right, I'll have to mark that down. They Live, that sounds like a horror movie. Idiocracy, no clue what that would be about. Have you seen Hellsing Ultimate? Yeah, Hellsing Ultimate. I watched it. It's an anime, right? That anime is, dude, I don't even know how to describe it. Hellsing Ultimate is a very wild anime. That show is insane, dude. And like that whole speech of the guy, you know, like the wannabe, you know, the H guy, Germany must, yo, forget it. The wannabe Hitler in Hellsing Ultimate, yo, this dude would just go on the longest rants. You guys think my rants are long? You guys think my yapping is bad? Go watch Hellsing Ultimate and go look at like the wannabe Hitler towards like the last half of the show. This dude's going on the worst tangents, and he's talking about like, I love war, just the sounds of innocent children running for their lives, the sounds of people's limbs getting torn apart. It's like, yo, this dude, that guy had some type of mental illness. Just listening to his enjoyment, he would just go on and on and on. There would be episodes in Hellsing Ultimate where the entire episode is just a monologue from him. Like the entire, like literally from start to finish, it's just the one character just yapping the whole time about how he likes war. Oh, brother, looks like I made it in time to hear the Yap Yap No Me user awakening. Yo, One Wokey, welcome back. How you doing, Smokey? How you doing, brother? Have you seen that one UFC fighter who said Hitler was a nice guy? Yeah, he did. So let me get this straight, Dana White. You talk about how you don't have your fighters on a leash. If your fighter calls gay dudes a slur, oh, that's completely fine. If your fighters call trans people trannies and like call them slurs or whatever, oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's okay. But the moment someone talks about Mr. Germany mustache, oh, now, no. You can't say that now. You can't say that now. So you can say stuff about Muslims, Christians, blacks. It's all fine. But the moment you say Jew, oh, no, you're going too far. You're going too far. No, fighter. I forgot what was the fighter's name? Dana White said, no. You're supposed to follow the history books. In middle school, it says Mustache Man was bad man. Mustache Man killed 6 gorillion. But we don't talk about how there's no documentation of the final solution, because that destroys our narrative. So listen to what your middle school teacher has to say. And don't talk about how in the Treblinka camp, no skeletons were found. You need to stand in line, get in line, be a bot like everyone else. Dan the Man with the 2. Thank you, brother. God bless you. Showing some love for the dono. Like and subscribe. You guys heard that, man. Like the stream. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell for more edgy content. Thank you. Guys, how many likes are we at? Let's make our goal 100, guys. Here's our goal. 100 likes on the stream. We could do it. We could do it. Thank you so much, Dan. God bless you, brother. Lubu, welcome in, man. Javi, welcome. Yo, Javi. Javi, it's been a minute, bro. He said, just finished the chapter. Let's go. All right, where do we leave off at? We awakened the Yap Yap No Me again. We awakened the Yap Yap. Yo, Auschwitz where, bro? Auschwitz can't even get, like, they can't even pick a number. Like, every few years, they got to change the number. What? Yashi, he's known, oh, yeah, I read that already. Big little guy. Yeah, indeed. So you met Ripley and Kron? Who's Kron? Oh, he meant Colon? Yo, they really spelled colon as Kron. So you met Ripley and Colon? He inherited a lot of giant blood, even as my child. He was too big for me to carry. He's 20 years old, you know? And Ripley is 80. She's older than me. Marrying a giant isn't worth it. After all, I'm the only one aging. Indeed, to think someone like that exists. Love is freedom! Historically, many mixed blood races have existed. Buccaneers, Dusandaras, Long Limb Tribe, Wotans, hybrid races struggle to survive. But in every era, there have always been those who knew how to adapt. What? You seem to know a lot, but who are you? The missionary of love. Sanji will probably end up like this when he gets old. Old man, I'm looking for Loki's key. Don't say things like that so casually. Of course he doesn't. No. Okay, so just forget about it. Impossible. Oh, that Loki. Interesting. I love it when trouble is caused by other people. What a terrible taste. That's not something you should be telling anyone, you know. Little miss. Secrets are meant to be spread. I already told you to stop. Do you know what kind of man Loki is? When the worst happens, what will you do? I'll beat him up and lock him up again. In the past, once, a man called Red Hair Shanks captured him. But until then, no one had ever been able to stop him. What kind of power does Loki have? If by any chance something happens, how much damage would there be? Hey, wait up. Well, let's look for the key. That old man talks too much. Yo, look at that boys, Sanji and Zoro. Just, man, yo, this old geezer yapping, trying to talk about history and Loki and how they couldn't stop him and Shanks needed to restrain him. Bro, we're not trying to hear yap. We ain't hearing all that. Zoro, let's go get the key. Vice Captain, let's go get the key. I don't know where Simp Boy's at. Probably over there bleeding out somewhere. Nosebleed because he saw some girl. Can't control himself. No self-control. Getting dominated by the lust of his flesh. Let's go, Vice Captain Zoro. Vice Captain Woro. Yonko Hunter Zoro. Yes, sir. You are yapping too much, just like him. Guess what? You have to deal with it. Hey, you have to deal with it. You have to live with it. I'm gonna yap. I'm gonna yap till my lungs collapse, till my lips fall off. You got to deal with it. Of course, evil would learn history instead of talking to giant women. Yo, I'm not out here to fornicate, infidelity, adultery. I'm trying to have a good mindset. I want to avoid sin. How about that? Idiocracy is a comedy about an average guy who wakes up 500 years in the future to find that humanity has become incredibly stupid to the point where he's the smartest guy on earth. Yo, that actually sounds like a fun movie. Generator with the 5, or I'm sorry, with the 2. Thank you, brother. God bless you. He said, did we know Buccaneers were a mix before this? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did, because in Egghead, I'm pretty sure they alluded to the idea that, like they said, maybe it wasn't even alluded, maybe it was explicitly stated that Buccaneers had some giant blood in them. And the way they pitched it wasn't that like, oh, well, Buccaneers are giants. Because like if they were giants, why is there a whole new tribe? Why is there a whole new race? Why is there like this, you know, they're different in body. I guess it was implied. I'll have to go back and find the chapter. They were just basically talking about how they like it's a mixed race. Because you got to think, like, why are they called Buccaneers if they're not just giants? I don't remember how it was pitched exactly. It was in Egghead, though. But, yeah, to answer your question, JR Writer, this chapter pretty much confirms it, right? Because if he's going on this tangent about how Historically, many mixed blood races have existed. Buccaneers, Dosundaras, long-limbed Wotans, hybrid races, blah, 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 blah. Well, you know, he's pretty much outright saying that the Buccaneers are a mixed race, which is interesting because now we could say that Scopper Gabon knows about Buccaneers. So is there going to be a scenario where Scopper runs into Kuma and they have a little dialogue about the Buccaneer race? And you know what? This also goes against agendas that so many people have said in my chat, where they say like, no, Buccaneer is not a race. Buccaneer a tribe. Look, bro, Buccaneer's a race, my guy. They treated Kuma like if he had a weird body, there's something strange with his body, something strange with his soul. It is clearly a race. So this chapter kind of puts that in the mud, because people trying to say it was like a tribe that like, oh no, it was like a family. That kind of puts it in the dirt. Where do we leave off? But yeah, JR Raider, appreciate the super chat. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Salute to the boy JR Raider. We got JJ. Shout out to the boy JJ, man. How you doing, JJ? Thank God I didn't come to the 11:38 stream. I bet bro was yapping 5 hours about each character in the mural. Hey, you know what? Thank God you didn't, because I wouldn't have had to see you crying and complaining in that chat like how you are now. Because think about it this way. You have like two options. Either you could be... Actually, no, you have three options. You got three options. What's your name? I don't even know this guy. WWQ. Yeah. Guy who slammed his head on the keyboard. Look, you got three options. One, you could stop crying and just chill in the chat. I don't know. It's just an idea. Two, you could just leave. Right? You could just leave the stream. Or three, you could just not be a crybaby, or just continue crying, or leave the stream. I don't know, man. It's just an idea. Because think about it this way, right? WWXQ, whatever your name is. You don't have to be here. Like, you could leave. Look, I'll show you. Let me show you. I'll show you how to do it. Look, check this out. I got you, bro. I got you. So look, when you're on desktop, right? And like, let's say you have the stream open and it's like, I can't take it. The streamer's talking too much. I came to the stream to not hear the streamer talk. This is what you do. You go right here. You see the X button. You click it right there and then it closes. I don't know if you know about that, but it is pretty useful, you know? Like whenever you want to go to a stream to not hear the streamer talk, try that out. Just go to the top right corner of like the application, the window, and then just hit the X. Is that corn? Is what corn? Bro, we're not ever touching corn out here. We don't do any of that garbage. Of course, Jews push corn more than anyone else. The person that made pornography protected under free speech, again, Jewish. Owner of OnlyFans, Jewish. Owner of Pornhub, Jewish. Owner of XNXX, Jewish. RedTube, Jewish. All of them, Jews. And what does that cause? What does that cause? 11-year-old, 12-year-old little boys going and watching these disgusting, vile videos to destroy them and have kids, young men, get addicted to this content at an early age. And people are going to stick up for that. Maybe if you were a degenerate, filthy, vile creature, you would stick up for that. But I think corn is disgusting. It should be illegal. All these people that own Pornhub and own RedTube and all these things that pay Google and pay these third-party companies to help with their SEO, their search engine optimization, to get more views and more users on their website, farming little kids to watch this content, should be thrown in prison. Only some like demented lefty would like stick up for corn. All right, where do we leave off, guys? Where do we leave off? I think we read that panel. Forgive me, Yarashi. They what? I'm sick of your warnings. Are you scared or what? I never said that. If you want to stop me, then fight me. I told you to understand the risk, Roger, you idiot. Yeah, this is basically Luffy when he's arguing with Sanji about not going somewhere. Because think about what's good, OP fanatic. Think about the beginning of this arc, right? You guys remember how Luffy and Zoro wanted to go travel to like the castle or whatever? They wanted to go travel to the castle, and Sanji was like, no, don't go. Sanji or Luffy, don't go. And Zoro stuck up for Luffy. So see like how Scopper Gabon is trying to argue with Roger, trying to tell him to not go somewhere because it's too risky. Sanji literally did that to Luffy this arc. But what did Zoro do? Zoro stuck up for Luffy. Zoro went with Luffy to the castle, the diorama or whatever. Corn is legal because the government can make money. Blank is legal or illegal because they can't charge them. I think both should be illegal. I think both are completely degenerate. I think both are the reason that there's broken households. We see men cheating on their women. We see women cheating on their men. We see women selling their body, which is just going to completely destroy them. No man takes them seriously. It breaks homes. It breaks families. It ruins teenagers' lives when they start watching this stuff. And school tells you that watching these things are not entirely bad, that you're trying to learn more about yourself. It's all terrible. It's all cancer. We live in Weimar Republic. That's exactly what, like, America right now looks exactly like Weimar Republic looked. And there was one solution to Weimar. Look, Weimar problems require Weimar solutions. The long arm people didn't actually believe in demons and kidnapped Brook to make profit. That part was when the separated Straw Hats properly returned in the story post-war. Look, Anime Land, as much as I want to talk about the long arm tribe and the long leg tribe, it's kind of like, is Oda really going to add lore to them? We're still waiting for Three-Eyed Tribe. Like, what the hell happened to the Three-Eyed Tribe? These guys are supposed to have a third eye that lets them read poneglyphs and like see into the future or some stuff, right? Whatever happened to that? Even Oda put pudding on the back burner. That's crazy. Nah, bro, didn't Jesus save a blank from being stoned? Yeah, he did, but that doesn't justify actions. That doesn't justify actions. I'm not, when I say that it should be illegal, that's not the same thing as stoning them. But yeah, he did save them. We got Antoine with the 10. Thank you, brother. God bless you. Don't make him upset. He's going to call a Rothschild and they're going to shut down every burrito restaurant in the country. You're not going to have anything to eat. Ha ha, Antoine. You got the jokes. You got the jokes, Antoine. Thank you for the super chat. We got L with the 2. Thank you, brother. Yap, yap, no me. Model mustache man. W take? Yo, Visual, is that a W take? You want all the answers now, dude. Chill. Yeah, my bad, man. I know. I want to learn more about the Three-Eyed Tribe. I get it. We gotta wait until chapter 1874 for that. I know I'm rushing, man. And you know, like when we talk about like how we want to see the One Piece, you know, the great treasure that this entire story is based on, we're rushing, man. We need to be more patient. Oda will show us what the One Piece is in chapter 2754. I get it. And you know, Final War will be in chapter 3638. I get it, bro. We need to be more patient. And then, you know, epilogue, when Luffy's like an old man and we see like older Kobe and Kobe's like an admiral. You know, we got to be more patient. We can't rush Oda. Like, give him some time. You know, maybe in chapter 4192, we'll see it. Yo, is Rashad gonna go to war with Antoine again? That's the question. Is that the question? I mean, what we saw this chapter is way more hype than the Three-Eyed Tribe for me. Yeah, but why are you moving the goalposts? You're like filibustering this conversation. I never said that this chapter wasn't hype. I just said, where is the three-eyed tribe? And that was because Anime Land was asking about the long leg tribe, the long arm tribe. And I said, I'm just thinking, like, if Oda won't even tell us about the three-eyed tribe, which seems to be important because they could read poneglyphs, right? It's like, we figure, like, that's why Blackbeard went for Pudding. We've known about Pudding with a three-eyed ability, like the three-eyed tribe, all the way since Whole Cake, hundreds of chapters ago. So if Oda won't tell us about the three-eyed tribe, and presumably it's not even on the 1138 mural, why would he go in depth with the long leg, long arm tribe? Yo, exactly, Jay. Exactly. We've been patient for over a decade. I'm done waiting. I want answers now. Oda, we want answers now. We want answers now. Where are the answers? Hey, listen, evil instigating already? Listen, Chief Soma, I'm always a nice guy, right? I don't mute people. I don't ban people. I don't yell at people. You know, I don't name call people. You know, I try to do my best. But look, Chief Soma, listen, anyone trying to come after me, I'm gonna call them out for them barking in the chat, right? I'm gonna muzzle these dogs. I'm gonna tell them to sit down like a good boy. Sit down, good girl, right? I'm gonna muzzle these dogs. We're not playing today. Yeah. I don't think we need much about the long arm and long legs, but we're gonna get to the three-eyed tribe. Listen. I think the three-eyed tribe will be way cooler, man. Three-eyed tribe, you know, that's our thing, right? We're the three-eyed tribe, right? That's our thing. Three-eyed tribe. Oda has to build the agenda. Like, Oda has to make like a character that looks like King or looks like Calgara. Like, you know, some wild kind of like warrior guy with a third eye. That'd be tough. That'd be like our mascot for our tribe. But so far, all we have is Pudding. Antoine and Rashad should beef more to fund for Evil's burritos. Guys, listen, man, I don't even touch burritos. Like, if I go to Chick-fil-A, or not Chick-fil-A, if I go to Chipotle, I'm getting a bowl. I'm getting a bowl. I like the burrito bowls. And I haven't, man, thinking about Chipotle, I haven't had Chipotle in forever. 333, I'll make sure to send Ice your contact details. Hey, go ahead, Rashad. Send them my details. They're going to see I'm legit. Then they're going to go to you and they're going to lock you up. They're going to lock you up for false report, right? Falsely reporting me. You're going to get sent to jail. And you're going to just coincidentally be in jail with your homies, right? Who just so happen to be there. Locked up, no freedom. You're going to have to rap in jail, or else the bigger guys are going to make you, you know, bend over. They're going to make you rap and sing. They're going to make you dance. They're going to make you drop soap. OP Fanatic. Evil, don't you think Gabon got skinny after taking... Where'd it go? After taking all that Ripley. Bro looked drained. Hey, I mean, ask Pokemon Red. Pokemon Red is the one that likes the taller women. L with the 2, team up versus 3 for instigating us for money. Yo, it's not me. It was literally, who was it that just said it a second ago? Someone was instigating. Someone said, yo, Evo and Rashad. Yeah, Lone Sigma. Lone Sigma's the instigator. He's the troublemaker. Crazy disrespectful. I didn't know saying chill was barking. Good day, boys. LOL. Yo, Valto, you don't gotta take it so seriously, bro. Look at us all roasting each other. That's the beauty of the stream. 2, Rashad with the 2. He said, you got me confused with Antoine. Nice try. Yo, Antoine. I don't know, Antoine. I don't know. What's good, UIO? By the way, I am illegal. I came here through a lorry. What is that? A lorry? I came here through a lorry and on a boat. I've been to many countries. Well, listen, UIO, I hope you get it figured out, man. I hope you're able to, I don't know, do your paperwork and come here legally because they are cracking down hard right now. And I know that in other countries, in other places, it can be pretty bad there, right? Like, bro, no one wants to live in Mexico. Like, let's be real, bro. The government in Mexico gets dominated by the cartel. Why the hell would you want to be in Mexico? That's exactly why they're coming here. But then they'll wave their flag talking about how it's better there, but then they don't want to go back there. Look, you gotta do the paperwork. UIO. John and Chloe Anderson, have a nice day, brother or sister, whoever you are. But Rashad throwing shots at Antoine firing back. He said 333 Rashad is the reason for the GBM movement. Go blank matter. Okay, I have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with that that movement. Mr. Antoine. But I do appreciate the super chat. God bless you. You, Rashad, and L. God bless all of you. I have nothing to do with the GBM movement. The whole GBM thing, nothing to do with me. At Evil, I got a TO like that. What do you mean? Like the ones that like are here, but then they like talk about how Mexico's better? I mean, like, be real, right? If you thought it was better, why do you hate it and not want to be there? Like, come on, dude. And it just seems like it's kind of like if someone went into your house and was like trashing your house, talking about like why their home's better. You would just feel like disrespected, right? But anyways, Rashad with the 5. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Antoine, which dead cousin's shirt are you wearing today? Dude, this beef between Antoine and Rashad is gonna escalate to a whole new level, yo. Rashad or Antoine, one of them is gonna say something that's a little too far, and I'm telling you guys, one of these guys are gonna end up on breaking news. They're gonna end up on the news. 19-year-old Rashad Williams was found. No, bro, God forbid, God forbid, God forbid. Thank you, Rashad and Antoine and L. Thank you guys. You guys are hilarious. Amuni, how you think Kid found out about Burn Scar? That's a great question. The thing is I don't know who the Burn Scar. We don't know who the Burn Scar man is, right? I feel like we have to figure out who the Burn Scar man is to then talk about how Kid knows about the Burn Scar man. Because I mean, like, how else would you answer it, right? So what we could do is we can insert people as options for the Burn Scar man, and then think about how Kid would know them. So for an example, right, we could say like, okay, hypothetically, Scopper's the Burn Scar man. How does Kid know about Scopper? You could do that, right? And just keep inserting like other people. In terms of like, if you use the example Scopper, like if you hypothetically believe that he was a Burn Scar man, I don't really know how Kid would know about Scopper, other than because it seems highly unlikely that Kid has been to Elbaf before. And if Kid has never been to Elbaf, then how would he know about Scopper? It seems like Scopper's kind of like hiding in Elbaf, you know? But I don't know. The whole Burn Scar man thing is too tricky for me. Antoine with the 5. Thank you, brother. God bless you, man. Antoine says, Rashad, how many Uber Eats orders have you delivered today? Rashad, I don't know. You might be getting your pack smoked by Antoine with that one. Dan the man with the 2. Who's clapping Scopper's cheeks in the verse? What? Who's clapping Scopper's cheeks in the verse? Bro, I don't even want to think about that. I don't even want to imagine that, really. I don't even want to think about that. That is actually so really gay, bro. Dan the man, I don't know. I don't know about you anymore. I don't know which team you play for anymore. Come on, you know how we are in this channel. Free speech. We're bigots. We're rude. We're disrespectful. We're narcissistic. We yap. I can't lie, I haven't showered since last year. Dude, that is disgusting. Yo, you probably have like, what do you call it when like fish and like whales, they have like the things growing on them? I forgot what it's called. Rashad with the 5, thank you, God bless you. He says, last chat, I hear someone at my door threatening to shoot me if I keep going on. Oh no. Yo, Rashad. Hey, I think you're actually hiding your identity. I think it's Ice. I think you were projecting when you were saying that you were gonna call Ice on me. You were projecting. Ice is pulling up on you, bro. Rashad has to use a name like Rashad to throw off that it's not Juan Martinez Santiago the Fourth. Come on, Rashad. Juan Martinez Santiago Sanchez. L with the 10. Thank you, brother. God bless you, L. Ella says, Rashad versus Antoine is peak evil chat. We are witnessing history in the making, people. Love this community. Yo, shout out to this hilarious, amazing community. This is going to be an inside joke now. Like the past 2 streams, this stream and yesterday's stream, new inside joke. Rashad versus Antoine. And all future viewers, future subscribers, future supporters, they won't know about this, chat. So if you're here, you're witnessing history. We got a few inside jokes in this channel, you know, but we got some new content, and we got Wing Wei with the 200. Is it rubies? Thank you, brother. God bless you, Wing Wei. He said Sanji fans used to say Gabon has Sanji parallels, and Oda immediately debunked that in Gabon's debut chapter this week by proving that he isn't a virgin and actually pools women. See? This is why you shouldn't be fans of Sanji, the garbage, trash, simp who spent 2 years in Thailand, who has nosebleeds, who can't control himself, no self-control. He holds Luffy back from running to the castle in Elbaf to go to the diorama. This is why you need to buy Yonko Hunter Zoro stocks.
Let him cook.
Invest
Let him cook
now. Invest now. Vegapunk got his pack smoked. Who failed to save him? Was it Zoro? Answer the question. When Vegapunk got clapped, who failed to save him? Was it Zoro? Was it Robin? Was it Chopper? Was it Usopp? Was it Frankie? Was it Luffy? Nami? Brook? It was that boy Lanji.
Oh my god, bro.
Zoro wouldn't have let him die. Luffy wouldn't have let Vegapunk die. 100%. If Luffy was with Vegapunk, and Vegapunk said, no, don't bother saving me, I'll die, just let me die. Luffy's not allowing that. Luffy will straight up ignore Vegapunk. Come on. King J, beautiful super chat. Sanji fans down bad. Sanji fans can't catch a break. Sanji fans were laughing at you. Zoro's better. Vice captain. You know what I'm saying? Join the crew first. Scarred Kaido. Look at Zoro's future victims. S-Hawk, Mihawk, Shamrock, Shanks, Garling, Venus, Shiryu. Who are Sanji's future victims? I said, who are Sanji's future victims? I don't hear anything. Oh, Kizaru, Sanji victim. Come on, I want to see the rage. Where are the angry Sanji fans telling me like, bro, shut up, you're gay for Zoro. Sanji's better, Sanji backstory. Come on, where are the angry Sanji fans, man? Are you guys desensitized to the Sanji hate? I think you guys are desensitized to the Sanji hate. Dan DeMay with the 2, thank you, brother. God bless you, man. Who is low diffing Scopper in the One Piece verse? Emu. I'm gonna take the easy way out. Emu. I think Emu in this very moment is the strongest One Piece character. Emu and Blackbeard. Blackbeard is stronger than Luffy until Luffy is literally fighting Blackbeard, levels up, gets a new attack, a new power up, something, and defeats Blackbeard. Blackbeard. Well, I don't think anyone will low diff him. Maybe Emu would low diff. I don't know, because if Roger is like neck and neck with modern day or like past Scopper, that's pretty strong. I don't think anyone would low diff him, but people would beat Scopper. Blackbeard might beat Scopper, but would he low diff him? I don't know if he would low diff him. Thank you for the super chat, Dan. And we got Rashad, or Antoine, I'm sorry, with the 5. Thank you, brother. God bless you, Antoine. He said, I went to India last week and they took all of my fly swatters and deodorant because it was illegal to have it there. Antoine, not funny. Yo, the Indians are going to start coming out in this chat and they're going to start frying you, Antoine. You're about to get jumped by like 15, 20 Indians in this chat because one more attack, one more roast, one more joke on the Indians, Antoine is going to get his pack completely demolished. L with the 5. Thank you, brother. God bless you. Don't get it twisted. That man Vegapunk wanted to get packed up quicker than some expedited shipping. Bro wanted to rat out Emu. Yeah, he should have named Emu. Why didn't he name Emu? He should have named the Jew, bro. He should have just said it. Stop saying Zionists. Stop saying Frankists. Stop saying Bolsheviks. Just say Emu. Yo, he should have said it. He should have said it. He should have said it. But he didn't. He didn't. Hey, you know what? At least he named Joy Boy. That's something, right? At least Vegapunk named Joy Boy. At least he named Nika. Okay, whatever, bro. Whatever. Thank you, L. And we got a 100. Is that rubies? I don't know what currency that is, but thank you for that. The only good Vegapunk to survive was Lilith, who was being protected by Zoro from Venus. Common Yonko Hunter W. You guys heard that? The only good Vegapunk to survive was Lilith, who is being protected by Zoro from Venus. Every other good Vegapunk died. Yeah, typical Yonko Hunter W. It's not very surprising when a Yonko Hunter, you guys call him Zoro, I call him Yonko Hunter, you know, Yonko Scarer, right? Saves Vegapunk from Venus, a Gorosei member. Typical Yonko Hunter W. Thank you, King J. And we got Rashad with the 5. Thank you, brother. God bless you. He says, get his butt, Smokey. I can't keep up with scammer money. Yo, I know there's some people super chatting, some people in the stream that like scam, bro. I'm pretty sure Rashad's a scammer. Smokey's a scammer. L might be a scammer. We got some scammers in here. They learned from Babytron. They learned from, well, who's that one other guy that like has the really edgy lyrics from Detroit? Like the scammer dude. That's where they got their information from. We got Dan with the 2. Thank you, brother. And guys, we're going to get back to this chapter, all right? We went off topic. But Dan with the 2, thank you. He says, God bless you. He says, will Straw Hats get a power up before the final war? I hope so. How are they going to go into the final war without any more power ups? Think about it this way. If Usopp doesn't get a power up this arc, he's finished. It's over. If Usopp does not get a power up this arc, he's done. Because Usopp is not competing with characters like Van Augur. If Usopp had to fight Van Augur, Usopp is done. It's over. It is completely over if Usopp has to fight Van Auger. And why don't the, like, you know, the lower tier Straw Hats at least get basic hockey? You know, just give the lower tier Straw Hats basic hockey skills, basic armament, you know, basic observation. Thank you for the super chat. I definitely think they have to get a power up. But guys, a 50 bomb from the boy Smokey. Thank you so much, Smokey. God bless you, man. The 50 bomb, the 50 nuke, 50 rocks, 50 shekels, 50 rosaries. He said, dang, why am I a scammer? Remember, I'm a drug dealer. LOL JK. Yeah, guys, I was letting Smokey know. There's a theory going around that Smokey is a drug dealer. Now, I don't necessarily co-sign that. I have no clue what Smokey does for a career. You know, Smokey, he has his bread. You guys need to figure, honestly, you guys need to figure it out because this dude's swimming in cash. But, hey, Smokey, hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do, bro. Thank you, Smokey. God bless you, man. 50 bomb. Smokey, I'm pretty sure you got like, I'm pretty sure you do crypto, bro. If I had to guess, Smokey, like, he knows the meme coins. Smokey got some of that Bitcoin. Smokey is buying on the dip. Smokey is not top blasting. He's buying on the dip. He's hodling. And he's making that bread. Thank you, Smokey. And we got Jacob with the 5. Thank you, brother. God bless you, man. Sanji doesn't need rivals to be interesting. His backstory wasn't in an SBS, unlike the alcoholic police academy dropout. Hey, we found a victim, chat. We found a victim. We've been slandering Sanji, that dirty little pedo. Sanji, hey, now you're gonna hear it. Now you're gonna have it. Sanji, One Piece. Now I'm gonna let you have it. Watch, Jacob. You really pissed me off now. You want me to roast this dude Sanji? You want me to roast this dude Sanji? Wait a second. You mean to tell me this dude Sanji was 21 simping for 16-year-old pudding? Hey, yo! You mean to tell me this dude Sanji was simping over 16-year-old Shirahoshi? Hey, yo! And the craziest part, he failed to riz them up. Oh my, he tried to riz up an underage girl and failed. LOL. Not my pirate hunter, not my Yonko hunter, not my vice captain, not my future world's strongest swordsman. This dude Sanji is an L. Who was it that sat out the entirety of Fishman Island? It was Lanji, not Zoro. Zoro was putting in that work. Zoro was with the captain of the crew, like a good vice captain. But we got our boy Sanji over here nosebleeding because he saw some cleavage. Bro has no self-control. Bro spent 2 years in Thailand. I bet he loved it, bro. I bet you his 2 years in Thailand, bro, he got to learn more about his identity. You know, he's gonna be coming out the closet. You know, he's gonna be able to be himself, love his love. We don't respect Sanji. There, that's my response. That's my response. That is my response, Jacob. And I went easy. I went light on you. If you want to keep defending Sanji and tearing down my boy Zoro, I'm gonna let you have it. I'll go even worse. This man L said I want my money back from Evil's Tesla coin. Yo, shut up, dude. Shut up. Hashtag free Antoine. Yo, did Antoine get annihilated? Thank you, L, for the 2. God bless you. Did Antoine get banned or did he get timed out? Thank you, L. And we got another 2 from Dan the Man. Blank slide for a hundo. Bro, I'm not doing... What the hell? Guys, okay, listen. We're focusing on the chapter. It's been like 30 minutes of not reading this. I'm going to pause on the super chats for now. Okay, shout out to L with the 2. God bless you. Dan the Man, you as well. Thank you. I know you're both trolling. I never sold a Tesla coin. I am not doing a nip slip. You're insane out of your mind. Jacob with the 12 months. God bless you. Thank you. Zoro would never riz a minor. That's Sanji. Simon with the 10 months. Remind me to do that when we get through the chapter. Thank you all. Jacob, Simon, L, Rashad, Dan, Antoine, King J, Smokey. Thank you all. But guys, we got to get back to the chapter. It's been like 30 minutes. We still haven't even read this. Simon, remind me. You don't have to super chat. You could just remind me in chat to look at Discord when we get through the chapter, okay? Jacob and Simon, thank you both for the memberships. Jacob with the 2 months, Simon with the 10. Thank you both. Hako said chapter's out. No way. Bro. Hako, no way. The chapter's out? Guys, the chapter's out. Yo, give me the link. Where's the link? I need a link. Who has the link to the chapter? Who has the link? Is it in the chat? Is it pinned? Did someone pin the chapter link? I'm just kidding, Hako. This man Hako probably said, man, screw this guy, bro. This guy's disrespectful, man. I'm just joking, Hako. Glad to see you. Okay, focus on the chapter, guys. Focus. Hey, Road, push that throne, huh? A long time ago, he was part of the Pirate King's crew. Besides Roger, there were 2 incredibly strong pirates. Oh, so there was another one besides Rayleigh? That's right. During Captain Roger's treatment, Roger and this man were staying in a hospital deep in the mountains. But unfortunately, the hospital ended up being surrounded by enemy pirates. However, this man walked out alone, and with just 2 axes, he slaughtered hundreds of pirates. Alone and only with 2 axes? And there's more. All this man left behind was a completely devastated mountain. They said not even a single tree was left standing. What? Why did he cut down everything? No, translator note. The phrase side by side in Japanese uses narabi, which conveys a sense of equality in the comparison. Okay. He said he unsubscribed. Let's see. Because of this legend, he became known as the Mountain Eater. It's a well-known story. This man was called the left hand of the Pirate King, standing side by side with the first mate, Silver's Rayleigh. All right, guys, we got the final double page of the chapter. A secret chamber? A treasure chamber? Kya, Yarsan. You're the best. Man, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I really don't like when Oda does like these double page spreads and it's like 1,000 panels and like 1,000,000 dialogue bubbles. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like this. Oda does this all the time, but whatever. Yarshi, how did you know about this place? Exploring is my hobby. Wow, treasure. A chamber of treasure chests is completely empty. Gahahaha. It really was a treasure chamber back in the day. You liar. Don't hate me. This is an abandoned castle. Of course it would be a target for thieves. But look over there. Ah, the key. Something even thieves wouldn't want. All right. Yeah, I like... Bro, why is the key standing up like that? What the hell? In other words, not even villains would desire the liberation of Loki. Would you steal this key? Huh? What? Like I said, he's here. This man has been living in Elbaf for over 20 years. For real? The legendary figure who stood as equal to Roger and Rayleigh, the left hand of the Pirate King. Then try to steal it from me. Scopper Gaban. And that is the chapter, guys. That is One Peak 1139. Break next week. How do we feel about this chapter, guys? What are we giving it 1 to 10? Guys, what are we giving this 1 to 10? What are we giving this 1 to 10? I'm not gonna lie. I have not always been that excited about Scopper. Like, he was something to look forward to, I guess, but like, I've never really been like a Scopper Gaban fan, you know? How would you even make a theory from this chapter? You would really have to force it. Like, you'd have to be like, oh, I just read 1139. I'm gonna cook a theory from it. Bro, what are you cooking? Like, you'd have to force something, right? I don't know, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give this chapter, drum roll, I am going to give this chapter a high 7 to a low 8. I don't think it's that crazy. I mean, and I know people are going to start crying and complaining. Why are you complaining, Evil? 1138 was crazy. 1138 was hype. You're not allowed to slander chapters. I think this chapter was okay. You know, this is more of Oda just kind of like laying the framework, you know, Oda laying down the foundation for the arc. Because we're still not at the climax, right? I still think Loki will be freed one way or another. Whether it's like Luffy using the key from this castle, or maybe somehow, some way, another character breaks Loki out. I think Loki will be freed. And that's going to cause like the war of the arc. You know, like every major arc has a war, right? There was a war in Alabasta. There was a war in Dressrosa, a war in Skypiea, a war in Wano. You know, so I think Loki will be probably the most important role. He'll play like the most important role in that arc. You know, we've talked about Suitor from Norse mythology. It seems like Suitor inspired the character of Loki a lot. And Suitor is known as the cause, or at least one of the causes, to Ragnarok. So in that case, if Loki's taking inspiration from Suitor, it would make sense that Loki would start a war. But then it's also very like self-evident, because how many times has Loki said that he's going to get revenge for Shaggy? How many times has Loki said that he wants to destroy the world? You know, so it seems obvious to me that when Loki breaks out of the chains, there's going to be a huge battle. There's going to be a huge fight. Loki's involved. Maybe Luffy's involved. You literally see it in this chapter. Even in this chapter, it's building it up again. Scopper Gaban is saying, what are you going to do if Loki's freed? No one wants to see the liberation of Loki. No one could stop Loki until Red Hair Shanks showed up. Oda keeps like shoving in this idea that when Loki is freed, all hell's breaking loose. It seems like every single chapter Oda keeps mentioning that, one way or another. So is Oda going to keep drilling that into our heads every single chapter just for Loki to not start a big battle or start a war or fight somebody or kill somebody? That doesn't make sense. But we have L with the $20 super chat. God bless you, L. Thank you so much, man. L said, I ain't here to defend Sanji, but the Zoro D writing is crazy. You ain't sore? I'm surprised you can walk, Evil. Listen. Just because I'm showing respect and honor for the Yonko Hunter of the story, the vice captain of our future pirate king, that does not mean I am deriding. That does not mean that I'm sore. It does not mean that I'm glazing. See, you wouldn't understand, because deep down inside, you are a Sanji supporter. You are a Sanji fan. So by default, your brain's already wired completely wrong. You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand, Al. But see, when you're not a Sanji fan, you can think straight. You can think straight. You know, you can interpret the story for what it is. And you're going to honor the vice captain of the future pirate crew. Guys, let's see. Oh, we got a meme. Guys, we got a new meme from Simon. You guys ready for a new meme? The theory king, or not the theory king, the meme king of the community. Bro.
Yo, I felt movement. Oh my god! Oh my, I need to try more. I got it! Oh my god!
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Hold on, hold on, hold on. All right, chat. Chat, it's been a good one. It's been a good one. It is, the chapter was great. I am done after seeing a meme like that. The Morley thighs. I'm completely over this. What the hell?
Yo, I felt movement. Ah! Oh my god! Wait, I need to drop more. Ah! I got it! Oh my god!
I want no. Bro, are you serious? Are you serious? Morley's juicy thighs with the 10. I know you loved it. Stop the cap. I'm at a loss for words. Morley's juicy thighs. Why are you guys liking the message? Why did 3 people actually click like on that? What the hell is wrong with you guys? And Simon, you need therapy. Making a meme like this? See, find God. Find God. All right? Make that your goal for this week. Make that your 2025 New Year's resolution. Seek God. 11 people liked the Morley super chat. Are you serious? L with the 2. Thank you, brother. Bro looked like a crack fiend for the chapter. I mean, that's how people are. That's how people are for the chapter link. I mean, Morley's juicy thighs. Thank you. God bless you for the 10. He says, I know you loved it. Stop the cap. 13 likes on this super chat. You know what? I'll heart it. I appreciate the 10, but I'm not liking it. Now it has 14 likes on the super chat. What kind of timing is that? Oh, whoops. What kind of timing is that? For Morley's juicy thighs to super chat at the same time that we get this meme. You guys are laughing. You guys are putting fire movement. What the actual, bro? And I saw someone in chat. They said Zoro fan fate. No, a Zoro fan fate is being a Chad. You got Smokey with the 20 bomb. Thank you, brother. God bless you, Smokey. Thank you. 18 likes on the Morley Juicy Thighs super chat. Smokey with the 20. He said, I thought Morley was your brother, not your mother at evil. Did I mess up the lineage? I don't know, Smokey. Thank you. God bless you for the super chat, Smokey. I don't know the lineage, man. You guys call me Eddie D. Weevil, Morley. No. What is it? Was it Eddie D. Weevil, Morley, Charlos III? I don't know anymore. I don't know who my father is. I don't know who my mother is. I don't know my lineage. I don't know if I'm connected to Morley. I don't know if I'm connected to Weevil. I don't know if I'm connected to Charlos or all 3 or 2 of them. You guys got to figure it out. Bro, this Morley's super chat, Morley's Juicy Thighs, has 19 likes. Bro, I hate this chat. Real Blackbeard Propagandist with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. God bless you, man. He says, man, y'all come down to Hachinosu. We finna get rid of the revs once and for all. Starting with that thing. Starting with that thing. That's why we've been chasing them since Baltigo. Hey, you know some One Piece fan that's like a lefty is gonna be real mad at you, right? They're gonna be real mad at you because they're gonna say that, like, you should be an ally. You should not call Morley a thing, that thing. Hey, you know how some One Piece fans are, bro. You know, like the default lefties, the people that don't really know, that don't really think about society. They don't really think about complications of things and after effects. They default to the left. They're going to be real mad at you, Real Blackbeard Propagandist. Thank you for the $5 super chat. And Dandame with the 2. Thank you, brother. God bless you, man. He says, take it from Morley or take it from Gabon. Huge axe. What? take it from Morley or take Gabon's huge axe. That, dude, I don't want to take it from Morley. I don't want to take it from Gabon. How about I take it from nobody, Dawn of Ascension? I don't want to take it from anybody. There is nobody I would want to take it from except Dawn of Ascension. I would not ever want anything to do with Morley, Gabon, Zoro, only Dawn of Ascension. Nobody is going to give me anything. All right. Thank you, Dan Demand. And then Real Blackbeard Propagandist with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Blackbeard Propagandist. God bless you, brother. JR Raider got gifted a membership by Real Blackbeard Propagandist. Guts got gifted a membership by Real Blackbeard Propagandist. Blessing D Mash got gifted a membership by Blackbeard Propagandist. Fabricio Marini got gifted a membership by Real Blackbeard Propagandist. Hamaji got gifted a membership from Real Blackbeard Propagandist. If you got gifted a membership, you guys need to drop a thank you in chat to the one and only Real Blackbeard Propagandist gifted the memberships. You guys now have emojis in chat. Let's go. You guys could drop the W emoji like Pakes. What's good, brother? W Gifter. W Blackbeard Propagandist. And we got Smokey with a 10. Thank you, Smokey. God bless you, King. Saint Eddie D. Weevil, Morley, Charlos III. Okay, Saint Eddie D. Weevil, Morley, Charlos III. You know what makes that even funnier is that like Hispanics, right? Latinos, they're known for having like 9 names, right? And what did you make my name? Saint Eddie D. Weevil, Morley, Charlos III. You know, and what makes it even funnier is that it's like 6 words. It's like 6 names, but then it's the third. So I have like 2 ancestors before me with the same name. Evil the Queen of 5.5. What is that? Oh, level 5.5 of Impel Down. No, Amuni, that's not funny. Amuni, I am not the queen of level 5.5 Impel Down. All right? That's not me. I'm not down for that. You know, I like authenticity. You know, I like just like you, Amuni. We like girly girls, we like womanly womans. We don't mess with the switches. We don't do that. Evil admitted he likes to get pegged. When did I say that? What the hell? When did I say I like to get pegged? Bro, I never said that. You guys are capping. Chat, clip that. I'm calling ice. Bro makes Don cosplay as Zoro. Not funny. Not funny, L. This man, Jacob, said Evil didn't deny he's a queen, just a queen of Impel Down. Look, I'm not a queen. I'm not a girl. I'm not a princess. I'm not Impel Down. I'm not Morley. I'm not Bon Clay. Kamabaka Queendom. Look, I'm not none of that, all right? I'm over there on the island with Mihawk fighting monkeys, all right? Wait. Wait. Time out. I mean monkeys like, ooh, ah. All right? Not forget it. Forget it. Just forget it. You said only Dawn though. You said you to take, or should I post the clip? Bro, I never said that. I don't know what you're talking about. Yo, why is OIO getting his pack smoked? What do you say? I never said Dawn of Ascension. I didn't make any kind of claim. You know, I might have Tourette's, you know, when I am like struggling to speak Dawn of Ascension, I say like words that I don't mean, right? It's like my Tourette's coming out, Dawn of Ascension, right? So, you know, if you were referring to me saying Dawn of Ascension, that doesn't really count. All right. Of course, Evil would be on an island with another man, dude. Really? I can't catch a break, huh? I can't catch a break. We got Dandame with the 2. Thank you, brother. God bless you, man. What can Scopper teach Luffy he doesn't know? Nothing. What's gonna happen? Do you guys want to talk about what's gonna happen? Do you guys want to talk about what's going to happen?
Let him cook now.
Do you guys want to talk about what's going to happen between Mr. Monkey D. Luffy and Mr. Scopper Gaban? You guys want a theory? You guys want theory time? I'll tell you exactly what's about to happen. Smokey with a 10. Thank you, brother. God bless you. Thank you, brother. He says, Princess Edwina Weevil Charlos Morley III. He's going to be a queen, just not of Impel Down. I'm not going to be a queen of anything, okay? I'm not going to be a queen of Impel Down. I'm not going to be a queen of Kamabaka. I'm not going to be a queen of the Revs, Celestials, none of that. I'm a king, okay? I'm a king. You bow down to me on your knees. Serve me, okay? Not like that. Pause. King status, okay? You know how people were treating Charlos in the Shabandi arc? That's how you're gonna treat me, all right? You're a peasant. You're a blue sea dweller. You're a bottom feeder. Thank you, Smokey. All right, this is what's gonna happen, guys. Oh, Antoine got banhammered? No way. Antoine didn't get timed out. Antoine actually got banned. Yo, we might have to free him and ask him if he's gonna be on his best behavior. We might have to free him. Maybe he'll change his ways. I thought he got timed out. He got banned? Will you be my queen? Hell no, Hako. You gotta go ask Sanji. All right, this is what's gonna happen. We see in One Piece chapter 1138, Shamrock says pacifying them all at once would be too hard. We need to get the warrior's children first. Call one more. He says one more in reference to the Holy Knights because the only people that's working for the world government invading Elbaf is Shamrock and Gunko, who are Holy Knights. So when he says call one more to help restrain the children, he's referring to a Holy Knight. And notice when the Holy Knights, meaning Shamrock and Gunko, appeared in Elbaf, where did they appear? They appeared on the magic circle in Orust Castle, right? We literally saw it this chapter. I think it's 1134 when they first appeared, right? They appeared in the castle. They left the mark there. This must be some kind of spawn point for the Holy Knights. It's like a spawn point. It's like a checkpoint or something for them. So what's going to happen is when they call one more, there's going to be a Holy Knight that shows up to Elbaf. And where they're going to show up specifically is Orust Castle, where the magic circle is, which is exactly where Scopper Gaban and Luffy are going to be. Luffy and Scopper Gaban, they're going to be butting heads. It's going to be loud. There's going to be Conqueror's Hockey. The castle might even break. They might destroy a wall or something. Maybe they destroy the castle. Something's going to go down between Luffy and Scopper over the key. Scopper is going to get sidetracked because of this third Holy Knight. This third Holy Knight's going to appear in the castle. They get sidetracked. Scopper Gaban gets distracted. Maybe the Holy Knight tries to fight Scopper for some reason. Luffy takes the key and runs off. So what's going to happen is Luffy's going to use the key to then free Loki because the third Holy Knight distracts Scopper Gaban in Luffy's fight. Luffy's going to get the key and run off. Kind of like right now in 1139, Scopper Gaban was yapping. Luffy and Zoro walked off. They completely ignored Scopper to go look for the treasure. Something similar is going to happen with the key. Only this time, instead of Scopper Gaban yapping, he's going to be butting heads with the Holy Knights. Moreover, we see that in 1139, they're saying that Scopper Gaban can go head to head with Roger. Like Scopper Gaban is equal to Roger. We talked a little bit about that earlier, but I can see a situation where Luffy and Scopper Gaban are very close to each other in terms of power level. They're going to be neck and neck. Luffy's going to be throwing blows. Scopper's going to be throwing blows. They're going to be just about like neck and neck. And before there can be an actual winner, the Holy Knight jumps in. He distracts them. He interrupts the fight so that Oda can once again blue ball readers, while at the same time having readers think like, okay, well, there's no clear winner between Luffy and Scopper, and Luffy kind of held his own against Scopper, and then Oda told us that Scopper's close to Roger, so that must mean that Luffy's close to Roger level, right? Because Luffy technically didn't lose, right? Scopper Gabon had the fight interrupted by this third Holy Knight from Shamrock and Gunko, right? So the fight didn't end, but look at the fight. Luffy and Scopper were really close. They were neck and neck. So that must mean that Luffy right now, 1139, 1140, 1141, whatever, he's very close to Pirate King level. He's very close to Roger level. Luffy grabs the key, goes to the underworld, frees Loki, all hell breaks loose, just like how Oda has been showing us every single chapter. That's what I see happening in the next few chapters of One Piece.
Let him cook.
All right.
Let him cook now.
And we got JR Ryder with the 5. God bless you, JR Ryder. Thank you. He says, do you think the third one is going to look like the road outfit from 1096? I have no idea. I have no clue who the third Holy Knight could be. I have no clue. It could be a character that's completely brand new, or Oda could throw a crazy curveball where somehow, some way, there's a character that we know in the story that's a Holy Knight, and that's the one that's sent. Because what I find really suspicious, guys, what I find really suspicious is that, like they say, hold on, let me pull up 1138, right? Because they say in 1138, we need to send one more. Right? Let me see. They say we need to send one more. We need to call one more. I think it's like in Oda's writing where it's like, okay, the readers are interpreting as as Shamrock and Gunko calling in a third Holy Knight into the island, which, by the way, none of us even expect. Like, we had theories, right? But we weren't expecting Shamrock and Gunko to be on Elbaf, so that was just like a curveball. But the interesting thing here is Oda is preparing us for the third Holy Knight. If Oda's writing in, we need to call in another Holy Knight, we need to call in a third one, Oda's preparing the readers, like you and I, from expecting a third Holy Knight. How interesting would it be if this third Holy Knight was a character that we already know of somehow? Like, we're prepared, we're waiting to see this Holy Knight, we're waiting, we're trying to think, like, who could it be? Is it a new character? I'm excited. What is the third Holy Knight gonna be? And then boom, curveball hits us. It's a character that we already know. Now it's like, what? No way, the third Holy Knight is Mihawk, the third Holy Knight is this guy. You know, like, that feels like an Oda vibe, you know? But I would say that's very, very speculative. And guys, we did get a 5 from the boy L on Cash App, guys. We did get a 5 from the boy L on Cash App. Guys, remember, as I always say, guys, guys, when you guys super chat, when you guys buy memberships, when you guys do any of that support, you are going 110%. You are going above and beyond to support me. Super chatting, memberships, donations, gifting memberships. Guys, I appreciate that times 1,000. You guys are going above and beyond. It's a 110% optional, but YouTube takes 30% of the super chat every single time, 30% of memberships. Any kind of donation, YouTube takes 30%. If you guys are on Apple device, that's another 30% from Apple. So it's upwards to 60% of memberships and YouTube super chats are completely gone from me. So if you guys ever want to make sure that I get the total of a super chat, the total of a membership, whatever, of a donation, the Cash App's right here at the top right of the screen. I'll never leak your name. I won't dox you. I won't expose you. I would never do something like that. So if you ever want to support me, making sure that YouTube doesn't take 30% and Apple taking another 30%, 60%, feel free to support me on Cash App. But supporting through super chats and donations, guys, 110% optional. Thank you so much. L, he said to check a meme on Discord. So let's see. It looks like L made a meme, guys. It looks like L made a meme. We got L, we got Simon, we got Rashad, we got Smokey. Wait, who's the one with the belt? Is that Moolah? Who's the one with the WWE belt? Is that Moolah? I don't remember if that's his picture or not. Who's the one with the belt? We got a Mooney and we got Charlos. Don't tell me. Oh, it's Antoine. Yo. I don't know who Saint Charlos is supposed to be. I don't know who Charlos is supposed to be. You guys comment down below who is Charlos, because this is L, this is Simon, this is Rashad, Smokey, I guess Antoine, Amuni, and I don't know who Charlos is. Bro, what song or what game or like show is that from? What do you mean that's you? Bro, I have nothing to do with am I ever gonna beat the St. Charlos accusations? Am I ever gonna beat them? Hey, tell me. Oh, it's Mortal Kombat. Yo, imagine like Smash Bros. Melee had this track, bro. Like you're playing like Final Destination. What's the smaller Final Destination? Or the smaller map on Melee? It's kind of like Final Destination, but like it's smaller. And then like there's like 3 platforms, just one at the top middle, and then 2 on like the left and the right. What's that map called? This should be the song for that map. Battlefield, is that what it's called? I love Battlefield. Thank you for the meme. Thank you for the $5 super chat on Cash App. Shout out to the boy L. He told me to check out that meme, guys. See, L, he wants to reclaim his throne because L lost his throne as meme king. He lost it from Simon. L's trying to reclaim his throne. It's Throne Wars. L versus Simon. And then we had, let's see, JR Writer with a 5. Thank you, brother. God bless you, JR Writer. He says, do you think the third one... Oh, wait, I think I read that already. Do you think the third one's going to look like the road outfit? Yeah, I already answered that. I'm not sure what he'll look like. It might be someone we already know. It would be completely insane if Mihawk was a secret Holy Knight, because notice how Mihawk doesn't have a crew. Mihawk doesn't really own land besides like that one island he has, I guess. I don't know. If Mihawk was a secret Holy Knight, that'd be wild. But thank you, JR Raider. We got Ant Entertainment with the 5. Thank you so much, brother. God bless you, man, Ant. Thank you, brother. He says, I see someone slam their musty turban to the ground and banned Antoine. Is that Antoine? Is that you? Because it's Ant. Wait. This is you, Antoine. That's you. Wait a minute. We got a super chat from Ant Entertainment. Ant. And he says, someone slammed their musty turban to the ground and banned Antoine. So Ant is asking about Antoine. Huh. Yo, you just got exposed. Antoine, are you going to be a good boy if we unban you? Are you going to be a good boy if we unban you, Antoine? Are you going to be a good boy? Thank you for the super chat, Ant Entertainment. God bless you. And Smokey with another 50. The 50 nuke. Thank you, Smokey. God bless you, brother. That's 250 bombs today, man, amongst multiple super chats before. Thank you, brother. He says, if you could have one, would you rather have a devil fruit or busted hockey? Also, prediction, third Holy Knight is the gas mask kid from Carmel's orphanage. I remember what you're talking about. You're talking about the little kids that look like Cypher Pole agents from Mother Carmel, the sheep house, Big Mom's flashback, Big Mom's Cypher Pole backstory. See, the interesting thing about that, Smokey, is I feel like these guys were actually Cypher Pole. I didn't think that they were Holy Knights, but that would be pretty interesting if they were Holy Knights instead. Or maybe some of them became Cypher Pole members and then others became Holy Knights. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see. I know what you're referring to. You're talking about the kids from Big Mom's backstory. These guys. You're talking about these guys, right? Is this who you're talking about? I feel like these guys grew up to be Cypher Pole members. But to answer your question, would I rather have a devil fruit or busted hockey? Oh, man, that's difficult, bro. Because I feel like if I had... Okay, is it in the One Piece world or is it in the real world? If it's in the One Piece world, probably hockey. If it was the real world, a devil fruit. If I was in the One Piece world, it would be busted hockey. If I was in the real world, it would be a devil fruit. In the real world, Law's devil fruit. Law's devil fruit in the real world. Law's devil fruit. That's what I'm going for. Guys, what's your answer? Would you guys rather have busted hockey or a devil fruit? You think Shanks didn't talk to Garling or Shamrock? Maybe. I mean, we read in 1138 that Shanks apparently went back to Marijua at one point. Maybe when he went back, he spoke to Garling and Shamrock, maybe. I think the reason that Shanks went to Marijua in the past is because Shanks wanted to know about his real family. So he returned to Marijua to figure out who they were, who his parents are, stuff like that. And he was like, bro, screw this. I don't want to be living in Marijua, the quote-unquote Holy Land, with these elitists. But yeah, that's what I think. Thank you for the 50 bombs, Smokey. I hope that answered your question. That would be interesting though. Again, if some of those kids, those children from the Sheep's House, Lamb House, whatever it's called, I think it's Sheep's House, from Big Mom's flashback, Mother Carmel's orphanage, if they became, some of them at least, became Holy Night members, and then the others became Cypher Pole members, that'd be sick. That'd be wild. And then we got JR Rated with the 2. Thank you, brother. God bless you, JR. He said, give me a Logia real world and I'm acting a fool. Yeah, a Logia devil fruit in the real world would be completely wild, completely insane. Oh, Antoine's in the chat. Yo, Antoine's back. Antoine's back. All right, L, have a nice time at work, man. Don't stress too much. But JR Raider, there's a lot of good fruits for the real world, right? Like Logias. You could go with maybe Kuzan's ice fruit. Because I'm thinking about real world applications. Like, how often would you use like a magma fruit, right? How often would you use flame fruit? Maybe, because guys, is it confirmed if Green Bull has a Logia? I feel like his fruit is a Logia. His fruit would be very useful to like saving Earth. His fruit would be very useful to saving Earth. Let me see. Do we know if his fruit is a Logia? Yeah, it is Logia. Okay. Yeah, his fruit would be very useful because you could fight people with his fruit, obviously. But then you could also like save the globe. You could save the Earth with his Logia. We got Smokey with a 10. Thank you, brother. God bless you, Smokey. Thank you so much for so many super chats today, brother. He said, I do think it's possible whoever the third Holy Knight, he will have some sort of poison or way to incapacitate the kids. Shout out Vincent. He came up with this idea. Bro, make the third Holy Knight Magellan. Magellan. Oda, please bring back Magellan. That is one character that I think is so sick. Crazy devil fruit. He was an actual real antagonist. Bro, I want to see him back in the story. Oda's always bringing back these past characters, bringing back these past villains. Bro, bring back Magellan. Imagine like Magellan was like scooped up. They're like, all right, we're gonna forgive you, kind of like how we forgave CP9 for Enies Lobby. We're gonna forgive you. We're gonna train you with hockey, get you a bit stronger, make you a holy knight. Yo, bring back Magellan. Come on. Hey, Smokey. And Magellan, maybe he has some poison to knock people out. Maybe like all of Magellan's power, like his devil fruit, maybe not all of it is like gas that'll kill you. Maybe he has like poison and gas that'll put you to sleep, you know? Chloroform. Antoine's back with the 5. God bless you, Antoine. Thank you for the super chat. He says, Rashad calling someone a scammer, meanwhile working at his IRS scam call center in India. Do not redeem it. Do not redeem. Do not redeem it. Yo, Antoine, again with the 2. Thank you for the super chat. He says, I'm done now. Antoine, see, this is why you're going to get smoked again. I don't think King J's here right now. You're lucky because King J would put you in a ditch. Right now, King J would put you in a ditch. He would put you in a ditch. Also, NL's fruit. Having NL as Logia in the real world, that would be crazy. Let's see NL return, bro. Make NL a holy knight. Come on. Come on. In the time skip, NL came back to Earth. He signed up for the Celestial Dragons. He became a holy knight. He got scooped up. The Celestial Dragons were like, hey, NL, we heard you went to the moon. You found some stuff up there? How about you join us, man? Be a holy knight. It would be crazy if Lafitte was made into a holy knight off screen and helped Shamrock with the Elbaf subjugation mission. I mean, that would be crazy. A Blackbeard pirate being a holy knight? That would be pretty wild. That'd be pretty wild. And we got real Blackbeard propagandist with the 2. Thank you, brother. He says, I think Lafitte will have your magic hockey. Wait. I think Lafitte will have your magic hockey magician. Oh, you're talking about with the magic circles that we were talking about earlier? Like magic hockey? Yeah, maybe. I mean, Lafitte is like, isn't Lafitte an illusionist? I think Lafitte is considered an illusionist, right? So maybe he would have the magic hockey that we were talking about. Okay, so we would call it sorcerer's hockey. Shout out to Vincent for coining that term. Shout out to Vincent Catalfamo. We got observation hockey, armament hockey, conqueror's hockey, and sorcerer's hockey. Not many people in the One Piece world know about sorcerer's hockey because that's been hidden in a void century. That's been hidden secret knowledge. Sorcerer's hockey. And this dude is supposed to be like Michael Jackson. He's supposed to be an illusionist, right? Where can I find information on him being an illusionist? Hey, what's that guy from the Syrup Village arc? Django? Django's an illusionist. Come on, that boy Django has sorcerer's hockey. Django is Michael Jackson? Yeah, I mean, Django is literally like moonwalking, right? Wasn't that dude Django moonwalking? Thank you for the super chat, Blackbeard propagandist. I want to see someone with the sorcerer's hockey, assuming that theory is even true in the first place. We got to see it, man. Sorcerer's hockey. New agenda, sorcerer's hockey. And we got another 20 bomb from the boy, Smokey. God bless you, Smokey. Thank you so much, brother. He says, Lafitte is very suspicious. People have been theorizing that Lafitte will betray Blackbeard at a certain point. I think Lafitte will not be whatever we think he'll be. Lafitte also has hypnotizing powers. You know, that's actually interesting that you think Lafitte would betray Blackbeard. Because think about it. Whoops. Hold on, chat. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oops. Sorry about that. Because when we talk about characters betraying Blackbeard, right? We don't really talk about Luffy. Like, the first thing that jumps to mind is Kuzan, right? The first thing that jumps to mind when we consider people betraying Blackbeard is Kuzan. And Kuzan, aka Aokiji, he's playing the long game. Kuzan is playing the long game. He's going to wait as long as possible if he is going to betray Blackbeard. Luffy betraying Blackbeard, that is definitely a curveball. Why though? Smokey, you said Luffy is very suspicious. People have been theorizing Luffy will betray Blackbeard. Why though? What's the lore and the logic behind that? I've never heard that theory. Is Luffy inspired by a character that's a traitor? Because you know, like Lindbergh in the Revolutionary Army. Lindbergh in the Revolutionary Army is inspired by an actual person in real life known as Lindbergh. And he betrayed his army. So then people look at the One Piece Lindbergh and they're like, okay, well, he will probably betray the Revs. Is it something like that for Luffy? Thank you for the super chat, Smokey. God bless you, brother. And then he turned around with another super chat with a 5. Thank you, brother. He said, Evil got that Morley thigh hockey. I don't got any Morley thigh nothing. Morley thigh love, Morley thigh obsession, Morley thigh hockey. I got nothing to do with Morley. All right? I'm leaving Morley and Ivankov and Kamabaka to Sanji, all right? I'm leaving Morley to Sanji and his fans, okay? And Antoine with the 2, thank you, brother. Whoops. Antoine says, Lafitte got the pedo to me. Yeah, I think Sanji has that. He just hasn't revealed the devil fruit yet. Sanji just hasn't revealed the devil fruit yet. And whenever Sanji is swimming, that's because he trained a lot. You know, Sanji trained a lot. He learned how to swim even after eating a devil fruit. All right? That man Sanji has that fruit, Antoine. Don't put it on Lafitte. Put it on Sanji. And real Blackbeard propagandist with the 5. Thank you, brother. God bless you. He said he used to be a sheriff and could have possibly come from rocks. I'm pretty sure he is older than Blackbeard. Rumor has it he's guiding Blackbeard on his path. Ooh. Is he older than Blackbeard? Nah, Lafitte is 41. Lafitte is 41 years old. But Mr. Marshall D. Teach is older than that, right? Oh no, he is older than Blackbeard. Whoa, I never knew that. Lafitte is 41 and Blackbeard is 40. Whoa, I didn't even think about that. Lafitte's older than Blackbeard. I thought Blackbeard would have been older than him. Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. I didn't know that, Blackbeard propagandist. In terms of him coming from rocks, I wonder how you came to that conclusion. Tell me about that. How did he come from rocks? In terms of Blackbeard being guided by Lafitte, I don't know, because we know that Blackbeard, he in the SBS when Oda would write about what each One Piece character would do in the real world, he said that Blackbeard's hobby would be history, right? Blackbeard would be an historian. He'd be a historian. Let me see if I can find it. Bro, no way. Yeah, I gotta stop using Yandex unless I'm searching for certain things. Pause. Yeah, this right here. Why is it blurry? Right here. Blackbeard, gambling and historical research. I think like Oda writing that in for Blackbeard, I think it tells a lot. I think Blackbeard liking historical research You know, that had him look into the Void Century. It had him look into the Buccaneers. It had him look into the how devil fruits are used. Shout out to Greg F. Greg has theories about how in Norse mythology, they would eat the hearts of animals to get the power of the animal, to get the attributes of the animal. And when we see Big Mom Linlin as a child in Elbaf, she eats Mother Carmel, right? Which necessarily means that she ate Mother Carmel's heart. And when Big Mom ate Mother Carmel, she ended up absorbing the soul devil fruit. So when we see Blackbeard throw a curtain on Whitebeard, what was Blackbeard doing under the curtain? Possibly eating a heart, which would connect to the ancient history of Elbaf. Because in Norse mythology, the giants, first of all, in Norse mythology, giants, there are certain giants, evil giants, that were man-eaters. So I think that's deep into Norse mythology. It's deep into Elbaf history. And Big Mom just happened to do the same thing. You know, like her eating the children, her eating Mother Carmel is already a crime, and her lighting Elbaf on fire is already a crime. But to make things worse, she did like a forbidden crime of eating hearts and eating people. So I think Blackbeard being interested in historical research, he looked into Elbaf's history, and maybe they knew about eating people's hearts. But I never heard anyone point out how in Norse mythology, right, that they do that. I've never heard anyone point that out. And you guys know for like many years now, there's always been a theory for what, like 10 years in real life, people trying to figure out how Blackbeard got a second devil fruit. People have made theories about characters eating, or Blackbeard eating Whitebeard's heart. But I've never heard anyone say that in Norse mythology, they would eat the hearts of animals to get the animal's power and to get the animal's attributes. So maybe the Elbaf arc, you know, maybe Loki mentions it. Maybe he has an offhand comment. He's like, yeah, I ate my father's heart, King Harold's heart. That's how I got this legendary devil fruit. And then that explains Big Mom, because if Big Mom ate Linlin, then she necessarily ate Linlin, or if Big Mom ate Caramel, then she necessarily ate Caramel's heart. And then that could explain how Blackbeard got his devil fruit. But the hiccup in it, guys, there's one hiccup in the theory. There's one hiccup in the theory when it comes to Blackbeard eating a heart to get a second devil fruit. And perhaps you can explain it away. Let me see if I could find the body. Or if I could find the panel. Right here in chapter 577 in the middle of Marineford, they're talking about how Blackbeard has 2 devil fruits now. He got Whitebeard's fruit. They said it shouldn't be possible to have 2 devil fruits. Marco, being the doctor of the Blackbeard crew, said it would be impossible for a normal human, but you should know that Teach is a little different. The very structure of his body is strange. Is that how he pulled it off? So this is a hiccup for the theory. Because think of it this way. Marco is alluding to the idea that Blackbeard is able to eat a second devil fruit, or at least get the powers of a second devil fruit, because of his weird body. If you tried to say like, no, he got Whitebeard's fruit because he ate Whitebeard's heart, how do you explain this? Like, Marco isn't thinking about Blackbeard post Whitebeard heart eating, saying like, oh, now Blackbeard has a weird body. That's not what Marco's saying. What Marco's saying is Blackbeard has always had a weird body. And Marco would know this because he was the doctor of the crew. And you know what's interesting is I've pointed this out before. In the Egghead Island arc, we see Vegapunk talk about the Buccaneers. And we see how when Vegapunk was doing experiments on Kuma, Vegapunk Stella, he really made it a point to point out how the Buccaneers have a weird body, that their soul has extra weight to it or whatever. There was this whole big thing in the Egghead Island arc about how Buccaneers are so special. And then later on in the same exact arc, the Egghead Island arc, we see Saturn mention about how Blackbeard is from a weird tribe, right? If anyone can, we've pulled up that panel before. I don't remember what panel that was. If anyone remembers the chapter, please comment down below. We see them even talk about Blackbeard coming from a weird family or something like that. Like Blackbeard having a weird race, something like that. In the same arc, we learn about Buccaneers. So now, if we go back to this panel, is Oda alluding to the idea that Blackbeard has a very weird structure to his body because he's a Buccaneer? Moving on to the next super chat, a 5 from Simon. God bless you, man. He says, chapter 1096, page 9. Lafitte shows up at the bottom left of the page. Okay, let me go see what you're talking about. Chapter 1096, page 9, Lafitte shows up. 1096, the bottom page. Oh, you think this is Lafitte? With his hat? Guys, what do we think about that? Guys, what do we think about this? Is this Lafitte? Is this Lafitte at the bottom left with his hat? Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? Is this Lafitte with his hat? Is this Lafitte with his hat? Was Lafitte a former Rocks pirate? How old would he have been, though? Wait, no. The God Valley incident was 39 years ago, and Lafitte is 41. So at the God Valley incident, Lafitte would have been 2 years old. Uh-oh. He isn't really 31? That's going a little too far. Yeah. It's going a little too far. Because now you have to make an argument that he's not actually 41, which is a whole theory in itself. Now you have to go back to square one. You have to say, like, no. He's not actually 41. He's actually 60. Let me prove it to you. That's going to be a theory right there. But then you would take that theory and then be like, okay, now that I have a theory, it's not canon. Now that I have a theory about how he's possibly not 41, I'm going to put another theory on top of it about how he's a Rocks pirate. What do you guys think, guys? What do you guys think? I don't know. I don't know. I don't like to make a theory and then add a whole nother theory on top of it. I don't like to do that. I like to draw some lines in the sand. Guys, what do you think? Is this Lafitte and Oda lied about his age? When did Oda say he was 41? What's the, it's on the Vivri card. I don't know. I don't know about this one, guys. I don't know. Wait, don't we know all the members of the Rocks Pirates anyways? Whitebeard, Shiki, Big Mom, Kaido, Stussy, Captain John. Who's this girl again? Is this Gloriosa? Wang Ji, and then I don't remember. Do we know who this is? Did Oda ever confirm? Thank you for the super chat, Simon. And thank you for pointing that out. Real Blackbeard propagandist. God bless you. Thank you for the 5, brother. He says Lafitte's character is based off of rumor to have lived longer than his stated death and started a new life, hence his sheriff/rock life. Okay, that's a little interesting. That's interesting. So who is Lafitte based on? It's probably under the trivia for his wiki page. Lafitte's name is possibly based off of Jean-Pierre Lafitte, a famous real-life pirate. Okay. Pierre Lafitte. And you're saying that this guy, Pierre Lafitte, lived longer? That he actually didn't die or something like that? Where can I read more about that lore of Lafitte? Of him starting a new life? Because I'm not trying to read this wall of text right now. Is there a keyword I could put in? Life? What's good, Artie? Vincent mentioned it could be his dad. Ah, come on. Like, don't you think that's going a little too far? Like, like we gotta say like, okay, this is Lafitte's father. Make a whole theory, and then like, okay, then like Lafitte's father inspired Lafitte for rocks. And then Lafitte joined Blackbeard. I don't know. It seems like there's too many steps to pay off, you know? Versus the simple conclusion that Blackbeard is a historical researcher. Blackbeard wants to be the Pirate King. He clearly is inspired by Zebek. It just seems like a lot of added steps. This theory was made up by O'Hara, man. Is that who made the video? Because that would explain a lot. Who made the video? Lafitte. What would I even type? Lafitte Blackbeard. Lafitte rocks. What would I even type? Lafitte rocks. See, guys, I'm telling you, the One Piece theory game. Yeah, the One Piece theory game is dry. A new theory. Lafitte is in. Lafitte was a rocks pirate. I feel like it's gotten to a point where, like, with One Piece theories, it's like, okay, let's pick. What this is what you do, right? You get a hat. You get a hat, right? And you write a bunch of One Piece character names in it, okay? You get a hat, you get pieces of paper, and you write a One Piece character's name on each piece of paper, right? After you've written like 25 names, you put all the little names, like the little sheets of paper, in a hat. And then you grab the hat and you shake the hat, shake it as much as you can. You pull out two names, right? And whatever those two names are, you make a theory about why they're connected. So basically what you do is you come up with a conclusion and then you look at the story and try to prove the conclusion rather than looking at the story and then forming a conclusion. Because I mean, like, guys, isn't it obvious? There's just like a quintillion amount of theories. Blackbeard is the son of rocks. No, Dragon's the son of rocks. No, Emu's the son of rocks. No, Emu's a father of rocks. No, Lafitte is the son of rocks. No, Shanks is the son of rocks. No, Buggy's the son of rocks. No, Garp is Rocks' brother. You literally just get two characters and then you're like, all right, time to go figure out why this is true. That's just my opinion though, guys. Me, I don't really like doing that. I have always done this. I've always looked at the story, look at all the variables, all the information that I can compile, and then I try to derive an idea from what I'm reading in the story instead of, okay, I'm gonna come up with a conclusion, then I'm gonna go look at the story and prove it. Yeah, Roger's the son of rocks. Blackbeard's the son of rocks. Buggy's the son of rocks. Luffy's related to rocks. Garp's related to rocks. Dragon's related to rocks. Lafitte's related to rocks. What's another one, guys? What's another one? Shiryu's related to rocks. What's another one? Emu's related to rocks. I saw people last stream, they were saying Shamrock is related to rocks. Buggy, Emu, just anyone. Nami, Kong is related to rocks. Gaimon's related to rocks. Bon Clay's related to rocks. Charlos is related to rocks. Garling is related to rocks. Just anyone. And you know what the key thing here? This is the like the cherry on top, right? Check this out. When we're making theories about why, like, who, like, such and such is related to rocks, here's the cherry on top. We barely know anything about Zebek. The less you know, the easier to speculate. But the more you know, the less you can speculate. You get it? If we barely know anything about a character, it's so easy to speculate all these types of things. But then once you know their age, once you know their gender, once you know their parents, once you know their devil fruit, once you know their former pirate crew, you see how like it gets really narrow with theories? The same, that's exactly what happened with One Piece because of Egghead Island. That's exactly what happened. We learned what Vegapunk looks like. We learned how he works. We learned his devil fruit. We learned his past. So there's no more Vegapunk theories. There's nothing really else to really much to say except like what he might do in the future if he still is alive, you know? Same thing with the Gorosei. I mean, we know their monster forms now. We know some of their abilities. We know their attacks. We know their names. We know their titles. But L with the 10. Thank you, brother. God bless you. I feel like Sanji will fight Luffy because Blackbeard will kill one of his subordinates for trying to be over him, Pizarro. And I think Apu's rat eye will will beg to join Blackbeard, and Brook will fight Apu. Interesting. That's definitely, you know, that's a theory. That's a theory. I'll give you that. It's definitely a theory. I think Apu is extremely weak. I don't think Apu deserves to be a Blackbeard pirate. I think that boy Apu is so trash. I'm sorry, L. Apu is garbage. He's trash. My matchups for the Blackbeard Pirates and Luffy fight is Luffy versus Blackbeard, Zoro versus Shiryu, who's the swordsman, Sanji versus Pizarro, because Pizarro is a king from the North Blue, whereas Sanji is a prince from the North Blue. Usopp versus Van Augur, because Van Augur is a sniper like Usopp. Brook versus Lafitte, because they're both skinny, white musicians with sticks. Chopper versus Doc Q, because they're both doctors. Nami versus Katarina, because Katarina, literally the only thing we know about her is that she's always talking about beautiful women and putting beautiful women's heads on sticks. That's literally the only thing we know about her, her obsession with beautiful women. And as much as people think Robin is beautiful, Oda in the story always has characters that treat Nami as like the super gorgeous, sexy, beautiful one. Robin doesn't really get that treatment. She's more of like the intelligent type. So this would be Nami versus Katarina. Frankie versus Jesus Burgess, the wrestlers. And then Robin versus the alcoholic. I forgot my reasoning on this though. But it makes more sense for Nami to fight Katarina because Katarina, again, literally the only thing you know besides her devil fruit is she's constantly talking about beautiful women. She wants to kill a woman and put her head on a stick. Nami's always treated as like the beautiful, sexy, hot type in One Piece. And like, sure, Sanji simps after Robin or whatever, but Robin is treated more as the intellectual type. And I don't remember why I agreed with this matchup. So then this just leaves Frankie for San Juan Wolf. San Juan is a giant. We see him able to walk in the ocean, I guess. I don't know. So Frankie versus a giant. Yeah. I really like the Alvaro Pizarro one. Just because Sanji is a prince from the North Blue and Pizarro is a king from the North Blue, I think that Pizarro being a king from the North Blue had some type of connection, some type of relationship with Germa. Because what else is there to say about Alvaro Pizarro? What else is there to say? But yeah, that's my matchup. That's what I think. Thank you for the super chat, L. God bless you. And then we have Antoine with the 2. Monkey D. Kong is Garp's brother. Yeah, I'm telling you. God bless you, Antoine. Thank you for the super chat. You could do it, bro. Test it. Try it for yourself. Or, you know what you could do? Let's try this. Let's try this, guys. Let's see if we can do it. Let's go to Google, okay? Go to Google. Random One Piece character. Yeah, random One Piece character generator. All right, this is what you do. You go on One Piece characters anime wheel, okay? And you spin the wheel, right, to get a random One Piece character. You spin the wheel, right? Okay, our character is Zeph. So that's character number 1, okay? Now you spin it one more time. All right, so we got Zeph. Now let's see who the second one is. Django. Okay, so we got Zeph and we got Django. Now what you do is you figure out like what you want to say. So figure out like Zeph is Django's brother, or Zeph and Django are starting their own crew, or Zeph is Django's father. Then once you have that, you know, you come up with some kind of idea. What you do is you go to Viz, okay? You go to viz.com. You go to One Piece, or you could just go to the One Piece wiki and you just look up their names, type in Zeph, type in Django, and just read the wiki and try to come up with some reasons as to why Zeph and Django are fathers, or Zeph is a father of Django or a brother of Django. That's the secret to One Piece theories in 2025. Just pick 2 random characters. The less you know about one of the characters, the better, because then you could easily speculate. Whereas the more you know about a character, the harder it is to speculate. That's the secret. That's the secret. It's 2025 One Piece theories for you. Simon with a 2. Thank you, brother. God bless you, man. Thank you so much for the support, brother. He says, we all know Zebek has a clown nose. Hey, listen, I'll get behind that. If Zebek is related to anybody, you guys know I have the buggy theories, but at least the buggy theory, you know, it has some legs to stand on. Bro, where's the... Did I lose the picture? It might be on my phone, man. Look, oh, there we go. Look at that. Yeah, guys, you guys want to know what Rox is going to look like? You want to know what Zebek is going to look like? This is what Zebek looks like, guys. For those of you that are waiting to see Zebek, this is what he looks like, guys. All right? You've heard it here first. Buggy being a fail upwards kind of guy, just being so lucky, the stars just happen to align. He's going to get so lucky to be the son of Zebek, just purely by luck. You guys, most of you guys have seen my videos on Roxy Buggy. I have multiple videos on it. You guys have seen the videos before. Yo, W Pakes. And real Blackbeard propagandist with a 2. Thank you, brother. God bless you, Pakes. God bless you, Blackbeard propagandist. Yo, Blackbeard propagandist. So much support today, brother. You're going ham. Thank you, brother. He said, I can't cook it. All hail Blackbeard party at Hashinosu. What do you mean by cook it? You can't cook it. The Lafitte theory? Is that what you're talking about? I'm here for the Zebek hype, man. Guys, who do we think is going to introduce us to the God Valley battle? Who is it going to be, guys? Are we going to somehow learn about it from Scopper? Because he was there, and Scopper is at Elbaf with Luffy right now. Is Elbaf going to talk about the Zebek fight? Are we going to learn it from Blackbeard? Are we going to learn about it from Garp? Is Pudding going to get the memory from Garp? We learn it from Pudding. Are the Gorosei going to talk about it? Is Garling going to talk about it? Who do we think is going to give us the the Zebek Roger Garp battle? I want to know, guys. Who do we think is going to give us that information? Because at this point, I have no idea, man. Oda could use any of these characters that were there, right? Any of these characters I know about it. Oda could use any of them. It doesn't really have to be like Blackbeard himself or Dragon. Like it doesn't have to be someone specific, you know? I feel like it's a gamble, you know? Never show me this picture of Rox again. Yo, what's wrong with the picture? You don't like it? You don't like the Roxy Buggy? What's wrong with Roxy Buggy, man? What's wrong with Roxy Buggy? You need to join the agenda, bro. Join the agenda before it's too late. Because when Buggy gets revealed as the son of Zebek, Don't try to come crawling back to us saying that we took a W. All right, you either join the crew now or you don't join ever. We got Abigna with the 40. Thank you, brother. God bless you, Abigna. He says, my brother said Sugon is related to rocks. Who the hell is Sugon? Who the hell is that? Yo, are we just throwing any character out? See, I'm telling you, guys, just throw out. Are you saying Su Long? Who is Sugon? That's not even a character. Guys, 9 more likes for 100 likes, guys. 9 more likes. We can do it, guys. 9 likes on the stream for 100 likes.
Let him cook
Everyone
now.
put their laziness and pride to the side. We can hit 100 likes. Who is Sugon? Abigna? Do you mean Su Long? Who is Sugon? Sugon these nuts.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass.
You got me. Abigna. Simon. You got me. Good one, Abigna. Good one. Bro, I promise you, I didn't even consider that. I thought it was like some random, like some like bottom tier of the Roger Pirates or something. I'm never gonna get got again. I will never get got again. From now on, I'm reading every super chat and every message with hesitancy. I am going to be very careful with anything I read from you guys from now on. I'm gonna be very careful. You guys want to trap me? You guys want to clown me? What's good, brother Ship? What's good, MIJ? Zedeko, Adnan, Juan, Lubu. PSA peanut butter and jelly M&Ms exist now. Dude, America just refuses to be healthy. Like, we wonder why, like, the leading cause of death in America is heart disease. And what's causing all this heart disease? Obesity. And what's the most obese country on the planet? America. Like, really, dude? It was a good setup joke. I thought I was an Indian reference at first. I thought he was referring to like some random pirate. Like some random like bottom tier pirate from the Roger Pirates. I didn't think he was actually trying to get me with that. Abigna and Simon, you got me. Do you really think RFK Jr. is going to fix the health problems? No. There's too many companies, too many fast food restaurants that exist for him to stop it all. That's one. And then two, think about all like the street vendors, right? Like street food, right? Like street tacos and stuff like that. How can he really like stop them? Three, it's within like the mindset and the habits of Americans, you know? Americans already have the habit of eating unhealthy. Like I'm telling you, like the problems, like the deep-rooted problems in America, it stems from people's persona and worldview. That's where it comes from, right? People's worldview, opinions, stuff like that. That's what dictates their actions. So LGBTQ, abortion, immigration, wokeism, it's all from people's worldview. And the problem is people's worldview has been molded for what, the past 40, 50, 60 years. You go to school and then as a child where you're very impressionable, you're taught to support certain things. You're taught to not support certain things. Like you're not allowed to be proud to be white, right? If someone said like, I'm proud to be white, everyone instantly is like, wait, you can't say that. But why not though? Like if I'm proud to be Mexican and someone's proud to be black and someone's proud to be, I don't know, Indian or something, why can't someone be proud to be white? Like, so they should deny themselves. And like this is fed through school, this is fed through MSM and the government. So like the majority of the issues in our country is because our worldview is completely gone, and the reason that this happened is because America kicked Jesus Christ, they kicked God out of the country, and now it's just like it's like a complete free for all, you know. People are, it's like this country's running around like chickens with their head cut off. There's no guidance. When we push legislation, we don't care about the 10 Commandments anymore. Even though when America became the world superpower in like 1905, 93% of Americans were Christian. 93% of Americans were Christian when America became the world superpower. You can see very clear as day our founding fathers creating the Constitution. These guys would always have councils and meetings referring to the Bible. They were constantly preaching the Bible. They created like the system for the state and then the federal government based off the Bible verses. I mean, one nation under God, right? So, yeah. Your ideology is so skewed. Really? You think so? My ideology is skewed? I mean, hey, if that's what you think, bro, I understand that like sex, right, is made for man and woman to reproduce and to build a family, you know, traditional values. The reason these things became traditional values and became traditional is because it works, right? I don't know if you're aware of that. It works, right? When you have a strong man leading a beautiful, empathetic, what do you call it? A beautiful woman, right? Who respects her man. That's how you build a family, right? But now it's completely the opposite. We got Andrew Tate, Red Pill podcast that tell you all women are trash, creating a divide between men and women. You have the feminist movement, again, creating a divide between men and women. Women go in the workforce. Women go to war. Women, you don't need a man. Again, dividing man and woman, the core of life, right? Then you have corn. Look at corn. People don't want to get with a woman. People don't want to get a girlfriend. People don't want to get married. Why? Why should they go get married when they could just watch corn every day? What's the point? What's the point of having a family? Just go watch corn. Then you have all these other things. LGBTQ. Like, how are you going to have a family if you're gay? Like, how are you going to have a family if you're trans? Other than if you adopt a straight family's child, and then chances are they're going to be influenced by the parents. Like, if you're a kid and you're watching like two men kiss each other and make love, bro, you're probably going to be gay. And that's going to, again, create a divide between man and woman, destroying the family nucleus. And if that to you is a warped perspective, then hey, so be it. Real Blackbeard Propagandist with a membership. God bless you. And he turned around with 5 gifted. Thank you so much, Blackbeard Propagandist. H Mode got gifted a membership. Divas got gifted a membership. Fabian. Oh no, Fabian didn't get one. What's good, Fabian? Miles got one. Jody South got one. Jayhawker got one. Thank you so much. God bless all of you. God bless you, Real Blackbeard Propagandist, coming through with the gifted and the membership for yourself. Hey guys, as I always say, if you got gifted with a membership, what you guys need to be doing is you need to be thanking the person that gifted you the membership. And in this case, it's Real Blackbeard Propagandist sending off 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. And Simon with the 2 says, yo, check Discord. Hey, I'm excited. Is there another movie? Or not a movie, another meme? I gotta see it. Is there another meme in Discord? Oh, there's another meme in Discord. Evil Queen of level 5.5. Why Big Mom, huh?
Oh my god. Dog.
Why Big Mom, huh? Why Big Mom, huh? You know what? You know what? Not funny. Not funny, Simon. What is this? Yo, we're pulling the agenda. We're farming both sides of the war. I'm farming 4 sides of the war to make money regardless of the winner. And at the Battle of Waterloo, at the Battle of Rashad and Antoine, I'm gonna send out a messenger so we can know who to work with for more profit. We know who to send our silver and gold to. Yo, hilarious, 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 hilarious. Hilarious, Simon. Hey, Simon, this is a highly intellectual meme, okay? Highly intellectual meme. Many people won't understand. But guess what, Simon? I understand. Hilarious. Hey, Rashad and Antoine. I don't know, man. I feel like, in a sense, Simon is cooking you guys. But don't listen to him, Antoine and Rashad. I think you guys still have some problems you need to settle. I think one of you guys need the last laugh, okay? Rashad and Antoine. It seems like you guys kind of paused, right? And we don't have a true winner, right? We don't have a true victor. We need to know who to declare as the winner of the war. So Rashad and Antoine, you guys got to figure it out, man. And we got a super chat. Who is this from? Jews are the master race with the $2. Thank you so much. Jews are the master race. He says, don't make me take this stream down. Oh no, bro, I got to worry about Ice coming after me from Rashad. Now I got to worry about the ADL coming after me. Oh no. And actually, I just missed a super chat from Antoine. Thank you, Antoine. I missed that. A 5 from Antoine. Thank you, Antoine. God bless you. 333 Fuentes. White pride is associated with supremacy, hatred, and genocide. Come on, man. Yo, I don't care what it's associated with, because if we're gonna hold that standard when it comes to flags and sayings associated with something, then be consistent with it, right? If someone can't say that they're proud to be white, which is literally their lineage, it's their culture, it's their family, you know, it's their heritage. If they can't be proud to be white, then why should someone be allowed to be proud to be Asian or Chinese or Indian or even me, Mexican? Why? Like, that sounds racist to me. If you tell someone you're not allowed to be proud of who you are, isn't that just racist? Isn't that prejudice? Or think about, like, because you talk about connotation, right? You can't be proud to be white because there's negative connotation, there's negative history. Well, what about the LGBTQ flag? Like, the connotation for the LGBTQ flag is HIV, herpes, and STDs, and promiscuity, and lack of marriage, lack of a family, sodomy. Like, look at the connotation there. So if someone can wave an LGBTQ flag, a rainbow flag, and they could say, oh well, who cares if the connotation is sodomy, you know, two big hairy nasty guys getting together, why can't someone be like, okay, I'm proud to be white, without hating black people, hating Mexicans? It just seems very unbiased. And in fact, I'll tell you why it's like this. It's because of the elitist Jews. The elitist Jews that run this country, the elitist Jews that control and push ADL, it's because of them. No, it's not all Jews. If you have a random friend, just some random Joe that's Jewish, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the elitist Jews that work as a cult, that believe in nepotism, that read the Talmud. They see how in their Judaic Talmud that these garbage rabbis wrote, Jesus is burning in hell, Mary's a prostitute, Jesus is a black magic sorcerer, you can get with a 3-year-old Goyim girl. It's completely garbage. These guys work as a cult. So no, it's not all Jews. If someone here is Jewish, I highly doubt you're an elite. I'm not talking about you. But that's who it is, because the same people that own OnlyFans are the same people that own Pornhub. The same people that own Pornhub are the same people that work for AIPAC. The same people that work for AIPAC push mass migration. Like, isn't it very clear? Isn't it very clear this is a cult? Now, if we said, oh, white people, oh, the white man is the devil. Oh, that's okay. That's fine. Who cares? We all know the white man is the devil. No one cares. But once you say that, no, actually, I don't think it's the white man being the devil. I think there's an elitist group of Jews controlling the world. Oh, now you're crossing the line. Again, it's we pick and choose. It's just your choice of racism, your choice of prejudice. It's completely like biased. It's completely backwards. It makes no sense. 66% of Biden's cabinet was Jewish. It's just, they're all pushing the same agenda. They get the money from the same place. It's a stupid Mossad. Look at what Mossad in Israel did through Jeffrey Epstein to America. Like, let's be real, bro. Let's just be real. The same people that started and pushed the first three waves of feminism, guess who they were? Okay, wokeism. Wokeism being pushed through Disney. Okay, wokeism being pushed through Disney. We see gay couples and trannies in Disney movies. Well, who owns Disney? Bob Iger. Okay, Bob Iger. Who pushes mass immigration the most? The most funding of mass immigration to completely destroy a country's worldview, a country's values, and just unity. George Soros. Interesting. Well, what about when it comes to corrupt institutions and corrupt companies and like these organizations that like have so much money and they're abusing their position as an asset manager? You have BlackRock. Who owns BlackRock? Larry Fink. So George Soros, Bob Iger, Larry Fink. Can anyone tell me what they all have in common? What about the owner of Pornhub? That guy. What does he have in common with them? This is it's so garbage. This is why every human on planet Earth needs to watch Europa the Last Battle. Do yourself a favor, go on Google, watch Europa the Last Battle. They have a website for it. Go watch it and learn the truth. What's wrong with diversity? So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Diversity. So diversity is such a vague thing, right? Because as a Christian, right? Assuming you're a Christian, right? Speaking for Christians, our number one thing in our identity is following Christ, right? Jesus and the apostles, the New Testament, it doesn't talk about if you're Caucasian, you should get with another Caucasian. If you're African, you should get with another African. That's not what the New Testament preaches. What it does preach is being equally yoked, right? A Christian getting with a Christian. Because if you see other people in, say, the Old Testament, like Solomon, right? Didn't Solomon have like 100 wives? That dude Solomon had like 100 wives, and the majority of them, he was unequally yoked with them. They didn't even believe in Yahweh. Some of them even believed in pagan gods. He ended up losing his relationship with Yahweh. So what matters most is, do you follow Christ? Because if you follow Christ, you're going to have certain values that you believe in, certain values and a certain worldview that you live by, versus like race. But if you don't care about Jesus Christ, and you don't care about the Bible, and you don't care about a Christian worldview, Western values, if you don't care about any of that, what is your identity then? Most people are going to say race, and then another group of people are going to say their sexual preference. So like, what is your identity then? And one argument you can make is like, how do you have a whole country? How do you have like a society? How do you have a state, right? How do you have harmony there if everyone's different? Think about it. Think about it. How do you have harmony if everyone's different and everyone believes in a different God? They all believe different meanings of abortion. Everyone has a different meaning of marriage. Everyone has a different meaning of love. How is there harmony? Explain that to me. If everyone is different, how is there harmony? It doesn't exist. It's impossible. It's not realistic, bro. And that's why America, we have to argue over what a man is, what a woman is, who God is, what marriage is. You have to argue over everything because everyone is different, right? But when you look at countries that they generally stand as one, you know, they all grew up in the same culture, they grew up with the same worldview. There's far less crime. There's far less political hostility. It's way more harmonizing than an area where everyone disagrees about everything, right? That's the epitome of America right now. So, you know, and just everything about, I can't stand anything about America. I'm so done with this country. Everything about this country is complete cancer. We see how Trump is now trying to get Gaza. This dude Trump, bro. And we knew he was going to do this because we know who he serves. Trump promises that the U.S. will take over Gaza, expel all the Palestinians, clean up the area, and then rebuild it for the people in the area. Look at this, dude. Look at this, dude. Trump promises that the U.S. will take over Gaza, expel all the Palestinians, clean up the area, and then rebuild it for the people in the area. Wow. Great job, Trump. Way to go. America first. America first, guys. America first. America first. Come on, man. America first, chat. Yeah, let's go for let's have another war for Israel. Let's go. Let's go. Another war for Israel. Yeah. Let's go have our young teenage 18-year-old, 19-year-old young men who have a future ahead of themselves go die for Israel. Yeah. Yeah. Why you lie? You were doing tricks on it last night. Zoro's fourth sword. You're not funny. God bless you. You're not funny. I'm not doing tricks on any sword. I'm not doing tricks with anything related to Zoro. Look, I speak about Zoro. I speak the truth. He is a Yonko hunter. He is a pirate hunter. He is the vice captain. He is the epitome of world's strongest swordsman. All right? World's strongest swordsman. Better than Sanji. It's not doing tricks. I'm speaking the facts of the facts. You read Two Piece, I read One Piece, all right? You read Two Piece, I read One Piece. You read Two Piece, I read One Piece, all right? Thank you for the super chat, Zoro's fourth sword. By everyone agreeing with a baseline, your beliefs and etc. are your business. Just don't force them on me. I mean, at the end of the day, people should have the right to free speech. People should be allowed to speak their opinion and explain their opinion and you know, support their own idea, their own ideology. So, I mean, I think forcing a belief and forcing an ideology, that's what you see through wokeism, right? That's what you see like from the left, right? You have to support sodomy. You have to. You have to support trans ideology. Like you either you support it or you're homophobic. Either you support it or you're transphobic. Why can't it be that like I want this person to live a long, happy, healthy life. I want this person to live the best without me having to support things that they're doing that's wrong. How do you say that then get mad at the gays? I'm not mad at the gays. I'm calling out things that's destructive to society. I don't think gay people should go to jail. I don't think gay people should be killed. I don't think gay people should be harassed. I do think certain activities that that create consequences for society need to be fixed. That's not the same thing as hating someone. Like you could have a friend, right? Let's say you have a friend, right? And your friend, let's say he drinks and drives, right? Your friend drinks and drives. You love your friend. You want your friend to stop doing bad things. Bro, you're gonna talk about how your friend should not be getting behind the wheel after sipping Henny, right? Does that mean you don't love your friend? To me, a fake friend would not want to help, would not want to correct. So you can't say like, oh, well, you don't agree with a certain lifestyle, so therefore you hate them. How? Let's see. Every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Every single Stein, dude. Every single time. He could be doing a negotiation tactic. Dude, that is not happening. Come on, brother. Come on, bro. It is not a negotiation tactic. Here, you want me to rip the band-aid off? We'll end the stream off with this, all right? We'll end the stream off with this, my guy. We will end the stream off with this, dude. Where's my video about Mr. Trump? Yeah, let's end it off with this, guys. Trump doesn't want to make America great again. He wants to make Israel great again. In Trump's book, The Way to the Top, he mentions how he had a Kabbalah teacher named Eitan Yordeni. Kabbalah is a school of thought in Jewish mysticism, so this shows Trump's inner beliefs. Trump is also known to flex his countless Jewish awards.
And this is the Tree of Life, which is a very big award in terms of everything that I stand for.
Again, Trump's true colors is on full display. Trump even recently said that if he's not elected, Israel will cease to exist. Let's add to it, because when it comes to the Palestinian genocide, he said that Israel needs to finish the problem. And what about Trump's campaign? Yeah, see, Trump, he kept his word. Trump breaks silence on Israel's military campaign in Gaza. Finish the problem. Guys, look, Trump wants to finish the problem. Wow. Finish the problem. And what about Trump's campaign funding? Are there Jewish ties there? Yup. Pharmaceutical funder? Jewish. Gambling / news funder? Jewish. Entertainment funder? Jewish. Technology funder? Jewish. Security funder? Jewish. This goes on and on and on all throughout Trump's campaign funding. No. It's just a coincidence, guys. Presidents are puppets and Trump is no different. His values don't lie in the 50 stars, it lies in the Lone Star. You know what's crazy is if it wasn't Jewish people and it was Chinese people, oh, this country would be way different. This country, bro, people's reaction would be way different. If you traded every single Jew for a Chinese person, people's reaction would be way different. It would be 10,000 times different. Why are the Chinese controlling our country? Why? It would be 1,000 times different. Why would you be proud because you didn't achieve that? You were born with it. What do you mean? Try telling me that the current J people don't look white. They're not white though. They're from the Middle East, aren't they? Elsa, it's everyone. It's all of them. That he serves Israel. Israel's the Holy Land where they're exterminating the natives there. Dude, if it was all Mexicans, people would say, why are the Mexicans ruling this country? If it was Chinese people, why are the Chinese ruling this country? If it was all Russians instead of Jews, why are the Russians ruling this country? One Piece is the parallel world where Trump didn't get elected. I mean, I don't know, dude. He serves them, so we're just in the One Piece world, government. We're just in the One Piece world anyways, bro. We're in the One Piece world. It's over. There's no more fixing this. It is so over. America is done. There's no saving this country. There's no fixing rainbow flag and abortion and surgeries for minors and the crime rate and rap music and pornography and the music industry pushing filth. Hollywood, it is so over. I am complete. Yo, when I think about America, I'm completely black pilled. But then when I think about eternal life, then I'm white pilled again, guys. I'm white pilled again. When I think about America, I'm completely black pilled. When I think about the Lord, I'm completely white pilled. I'm done with this country. Lord, take me to you, Lord. I want to reunite with you, Lord. I don't want to be here anymore. Please. I'll do anything. What is my favorite corn? It's filthy. It's disgusting. I don't watch that. We should just blow up this planet and move to Mars. Trump is a dummy having his ops and admin again. It's not even his ops, bro. They're on the same team. They're on the same team. You could say where Jews are, but tell me what they look like. Well, if I describe what I think they look like, then you know it comes off hateful, so I'm gonna have to pass on that question. Elon Musk is NL. What is your opinion on Bonfla? What's that? What's Bonfla? What is your opinion on Bonfla? What's Bonfla? Y'all want to start a pirate crew and search for El Chapo's stash? Bangladesh. I don't know anything about Bangladesh, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know anything about Bangladesh. This man said cool. This man coolly knew no fool. He said Netanyahu's my goat. How the hell is he your goat, dude? And like this man Trump, when he met up with Netanyahu, I think it was yesterday or like the day before. This dude Trump pulls out the chair for Netanyahu. Netanyahu goes to sit in the chair. Trump pushes the chair in. This dude Trump serving his daddy. Oh, we are actually facing One Piece in IRL in Bangladesh. Yeah, I think I heard like a few months ago, Bangladesh is like cracking down on free speech or something like that. I think like people were protesting and then they got shut down. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while. I haven't been keeping up with Bangladesh. But yeah, we do live in a 1984 world where you got to speak politically correct, aka you got to talk in newspeak. If you cross the line and you have a certain belief that MSM and movies and and the public education sphere that they don't support, then you're committing thought crime. You got ADL, you got big tech and social media coming after you for certain posts, you know, Big Brother watching over your back, all completely controlled by the party. It's just 1984. It's 1984. You have to you have to be in line. You got to stay in line. You got to support this. You got to support that. You can't criticize this. You can't criticize that. Get in line. Hey guys, one more like for 100 likes, guys. One more like for 100 likes. Let's do it. If you would be sentenced to death and you would choose a meal before your execution, what would it be? That's a really difficult question. That is a very, very difficult question. Oh, we hit 100 likes. Let's go. 100 likes on the stream, guys. God bless all of you. I love all of you so much, chat. Thank you, guys. God bless every single one of you guys for being here and liking the stream. What would my final meal be? My final meal if I was on death row. My final meal if I was on death row. That's very, very difficult, man. Because there's a lot of different foods that I really enjoy, you know. I love me a steak. I like me some Italian food, some pasta. What would it be? What would it be? Bistro. That's difficult, man. I've been craving a chicken parm, bro. I want like a professional, like a real deal chicken parm with a little bit of cider, like some fettuccine alfredo. Throw some shrimp in there, some garlic bread. Yo, that's difficult. That's a great question. I don't know, man. There's just too much food that I really like, you know, like a really good cheeseburger, a really good pizza, fettuccine. He said mine would be the final chapter of One Piece. Yo, you'll be bawling your eyes out. All right, hold on. I gotta check a DM, guys. I gotta check DMs. Yeah, this is true. I don't know if I should show this on stream. People are gonna get mad. But that's 100% true, Simon. That is 1000% true. If One Piece is real, mine would be the revive fruit. But you're gonna get killed anyways. Oh, I guess you get revived, right? I don't know. Would you want to be in? Would you want to be immortal in the One Piece world? I don't know. I don't want the power of immortality. Bro, I want to go to heaven, man. Like, that's my ultimate goal. Like, I just want to go to heaven, be with the Lord. Eternal life. No more tears. No more pain. No more suffering. No more diseases. No more debilitation. You know? Just in eternal bliss. In another dimension in heaven. I'm just completely out of the concept of time. I'm in a timeless dimension. With all the saints and all the angels. We have our heavenly mansion. We get to see Jesus and be with God, be with the Lord, just in his presence, hearing him preach, learning about all the things that we didn't know on earth. No more tears, no more pain, no more suffering. You know? That's the promise of eternal life. It's the gift of God. Free gift of God is eternal life. And our Lord Christ Jesus. Just no more pain, no more misery, no more sickness, no more stress. Just endless bliss forever. As long as I'm on earth, I can't experience that. How can I learn unbiased history? Well, first of all, stop paying attention to mainstream media. That's one. Second of all, start questioning things if what you know is true. Now, don't go too far with it, right? Don't start saying things like flat earth. That's going way too far. Watch Europa, The Last Battle. Okay, go on Google. Type in Europa, The Last Battle. Okay. They have a website for it. You watch it free. You don't even have to sign up. You don't even have to make an account. Europa: The Last Battle. It's very long, but you could watch it at 2 times speed. Watch it over the course of like a week. Watch like 2-3 parts every day. And it's a very good. It's going to tell you the truth about World War II. It tells you how World War II began and why it began. It tells you how World War II was brought up. It tells you what actually went down in World War II. That's something everyone should know. Because if you learn why World War I and why World War II kicked off, you would then understand why the world is the way it is today. I think I say this all the time. If I became president, or if the government came to me, right, and the government was like, all right, you can do one thing for this country. You could pick anything you want. Just do one thing for this country and make it one thing only. What I would tell them, what I would tell Trump, what I would tell the government is make it mandatory for all schools to teach through Europa: The Last Battle. That's what I would say. L with the 2. God bless you, brother. Thank you. L, why are you baiting me, man? See, we're going to be stuck. We're going to be stuck on this topic because of you guys. My honest opinion is that there's so much atrocity propaganda behind him. There's no proof of documents citing the final solution. It doesn't exist. He wanted his country to remain German and Christian. He loved the unity. He loved the harmony of his country. People sharing a worldview. 99% approval rating. He burned books about bestiality, pedophilia, transsexuality. That's why he burned the books. They'll tell you he was mean for burning books, but they won't tell you what the books were. I mean, you know, I almost wonder, like, did he even like blank? Did he even do that to himself? Like, how do we know that's even true? I saw a post yesterday. Somebody was saying that like the skull that they found didn't even match him. I almost think like he didn't even like do that to himself. That like that's propaganda. And the reason they push that propaganda is to make him seem like a coward. Anyways, I hope that answers your question. Lubu with the 1 month. Thank you, brother. God bless you, Lubu. Thank you, brother. God bless you, Lubu. Lubu, you've been supporting for a very long time. You got a 1 month membership, but you've been supporting me for a very long time. Thank you so much, Lubu. God bless you, brother. Would you rather Hitler get captured? See, you guys are, people are coming in the chat. People are coming to the stream and they're like, why aren't you talking about One Piece? Hey, blame the chat. I think what he should have done, was he should have learned English, right? He should have got like some tutors that helped him master English, for one. For two, he should have then used his English to spread all of the things he was saying to America at that time and like across the globe as much as he could. I think he should have did that. Because if Americans knew back then what he was saying, that might have stopped the circumstance that we're living in right now. He should have learned English. He should have like learned English, put out a whole bunch of statements and news in Great Britain, in the UK, Europe, used English, put it all in America, throw it in Mexico, show people what he was saying, because Americans back then didn't know what he was saying. Americans, the average American didn't speak German. They didn't know what he was saying. All they heard, like if they did even hear him, was him yelling and ranting in a German accent, sounding angry. They don't know what he was saying. End world hunger or find out what the One Piece is right now? Definitely end world hunger. Definitely end world hunger. It's very sad what's happening to children out in Ukraine, children out in Palestine, children out in Africa, children out in Mexico. It would definitely be ending world hunger. It's very, very sad with children suffering. It's beyond terrible. Children, you know, They're worthy of the kingdom of heaven. They're worthy of the kingdom of God, you know? NFL Super Bowl. All right, guys. Who do we have for the NFL Super Bowl? The Eagles or the Chiefs? Who do we got, guys? Eagles or Chiefs? I'm going to have to go with, I got to say this, Eagles versus Chiefs. I'm going to have to say, first of all, it's probably rigged. But second of all, probably Chiefs. I might have to go with the Chiefs. You know, AFC West. They've been doing good the past few seasons. Every time I think of the Eagles, I think of EDP. You guys remember that dude, EDP? What's good, Wizro? I don't even care. I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl. I'm not going to lie. I don't really care about the Super Bowl. I don't care about sports. And I have my opinions. I have my take on sports. And I'm not going to share that opinion right now because, I mean, hey, man. If you like sports, then whatever, bro. You like sports. You know, you get your family together. You get the boys together. Get a bunch of dudes, you know, watching the game. Having a great time. I get it. We all need to unwind, right? We all need to have a good time. But, you know, I'm not a fan of sports, and I'll reserve my opinions. But if you guys are into sports, then, you know, that's better than being into corn, right? I'm going to go with Chiefs, though. I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. NFL is rigged. They use magnetic gloves. Magnetic gloves for one-hand catches and nonsense like that. I thought like the NFL, like most of the rigging is coming from, you know, like flags on the play, first downs, fouls, you know, stuff like that. Wasn't there like a whole big controversy the other day about like a team not getting a first down? Only Davey Back fights for you, right? Wait, what do you mean by that? Only Davey Back fights for you. What do you mean by that? Only Davey Back fights for you, right? What does that mean? NFL is the new WWE? Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, sports and the NFL is considered entertainment, right? So when there's these big corporations and these big companies and all this legislation and all these rules and laws and stuff regarding the NFL and sports, they get treated as entertainment. So, I mean, if they do certain things like rigging, then whatever, because it's entertainment, right? Also, we know that back in the day, like the Italian mafia, they used to rig Jets games and stuff like that. Like the Italian mafia, they would rig a lot of games so that they would win their bets, right? Who's to say that's not happening right now with like billionaires or millionaires, you know? The Davey Back fight is the only sport you like? Yeah, that's my sport, the Davey Back fight. A Luffy battle versus the Big Bad. That's my sport right there. UFC and MMA is way better. Yeah, I can see the appeal for the UFC MMA fighting. It's brutal, man. I mean, the UFC MMA, like the UFC is brutal, man. Like these guys are beating each other almost to death, bro. Almost choking each other out to death. There's blood everywhere, spit everywhere. I don't know. UFC is a little too intense for me. I'm gambling $500 on the game. Blackbeard propagandist, please don't do that, bro. Do not gamble $500 on the Super Bowl game. Don't do that. McGregor D. Connor. Would you read spoilers for the last few chapters? I probably would. Because I've explained this many times before. Reading the spoilers makes me more excited for the chapter. If I don't read spoilers, I'm less excited. Because when I read the spoilers, I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to see the details the leakers aren't telling us about. oh, the spoilers are so cool, I can't wait to actually see the panels, you know? But whenever I don't read the spoilers, it's like, okay, I have no clue what's gonna happen, so meh. Can you feel the monster inside you? What do you mean by that? Yeah, we gotta do the spoiler streams for the past few chapters. It's bread in circuses, but it's fun if you're a gambler or have a healthy competitiveness with peeps. Yeah, that's what I believe. Like, you know, during the time of Rome, there's a lot of rebellion from the commoners with the government and the royalty. And the royalty, the king, they had to create the circus. They had to create the lions, the whole lion deathmatch things. They had to create the games, right? To distract people from the issues of the Roman society. Sports is the exact same thing. In fact, it's even worse because now you have like modern day society. People are looking at the stats. People are looking at the players, the playoffs, the off season, the draft. Like there's a lot of people that like their whole thing is sports. So they're not worried about APAC. They're not worried about all these things. But anyways, Antoine with the 2, God bless you, brother. Thank you, man. He says The Rock is the best to ever do it. I don't know. When I was little and I was watching WWE, I thought Rey Mysterio and The Undertaker were lit. I thought like those were the coolest wrestlers. The Undertaker, every time The Undertaker would appear, every time he would like show up and do his thing, I thought that was really cool. The Undertaker. Yo, when that dude would like show up out of nowhere, got the smoke in the coffin, yo, the Undertaker, that was sick. The Undertaker and Rey Mysterio. Booyaka Booyaka 619. Makes sense. No wonder you wear all black. Yeah, I got it. I get it from the Undertaker. Bro, the Undertaker was lit. Of course, you'd say Rey Mysterio. Hey, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? My heart was shattered after Brock Lesnar beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania. Yeah, I don't, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really remember too much. Like I was so young watching WWE. I don't remember too much anymore. But I do remember that at the Undertaker and Rey Mysterio, they were lit. They were lit. But guys, listen, I think we're gonna wrap it up here because now we're just yapping about WWE and sports and Israel. I think we're gonna wrap this up here in a few minutes, guys. If you have any final takes, questions, theories, memes, let me know. We are going into a break next week, but as promised, guys, I will set up some streams, okay? I'll try to set up some streams, at least one, maybe like 2. Set up some streams for next week, okay? So this is exactly why you guys need to subscribe. Hit the like button so YouTube keeps recommending my content. And of course, hit the notification bell, guys. Hit the notification bell. Select the option that says all so you don't miss the streams next week. I don't know if we're going to do a religion stream, if we're going to do a Marvel Rivals stream where you guys can join and play with me on stream, hop in the VC, Among Us. I don't know what we're going to stream. I'll figure out something, okay? I'll figure out something to stream and have some content about just to hold us off until the next chapter, 1140, okay? So it's a pretty good chapter, all right? Pretty good chapter. High 7 to a low 8. It wasn't that crazy, not that much lore. Like, yeah, we have Scopper or whatever, but it wasn't the craziest chapter. Yeah, I mean, pretty good stream, guys. Thank you so much. God bless all of you. Evil is anti-corn, but always falls for the tricks. I fall for the tricks every single time. What's your opinion on the Torah? Do you like it? I don't really have that much of a problem with the Torah. I mean, the Torah is just basically the New Testament, right? And you know what's funny is like, if you read the Torah, then you have to read Isaiah 53, right? If you read the Torah, then you have to read Isaiah 53. The synagogues, they don't like reading this. All right. Isaiah 53, the suffering servant. Let's see what it says. Who has believed our message, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? He grew up before him like a tender shoot and like a root out of dry ground. He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him, nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. He was despised and rejected by mankind, a man of suffering and familiar with pain. Like one from whom people hide their faces, he was despised, and we held him in low esteem. Surely he took up our pain and bore our suffering, yet we considered him punished by God, stricken by him and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. We all, like sheep, have gone astray. Each of us have turned to our own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed and afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth. He was like a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before its shearers is silent, so he did not open his mouth. By oppression and judgment he was taken away. Yet who of his generation protested? For he was cut off from the land of the living. For the transgression of people he was punished. Yet he was assigned a grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, though he had done no violence, nor was any deceit in his mouth. Yet it was the Lord's will to crush him and cause him to suffer. And though the Lord makes his life an offering for sin, he will see his offspring and prolong his days, and the will of the Lord will prosper in his hand. After he has suffered, he will see the light of life and be satisfied. By his knowledge, my righteous servant will justify many, and he will bear their iniquities. Therefore, I will give him a portion among the great, and he will divide the spoils with the strong, because he poured out his life unto death and was numbered with the transgressors. For he bore the sin of many and made intercession for the transgressors. This is why we worship Jesus. This is from the Old Testament, hundreds of years before Jesus was even born. This is in the Jewish Torah. This is in the Old Testament. You know what's crazy is if you ask a random Jew, who is Isaiah 53 talking about? They will always say, and you go look this up on YouTube, go look videos up. Jews ask about Isaiah 53. Go ask them who this is talking about. They will always say Jesus, but they won't ever realize that this is in the Torah. You know why? Because Jesus Christ is God. Bless him and his beautiful blessed mother, Holy Virgin Mary, all the saints that we're in communion with. Beautiful passage, and this is just one of many. Isaiah 53, written hundreds of years before Jesus was even born. You know how many prophecies there are of Jesus? With that being said, we're wrapping it up here, guys. Thank you so much. I suggest the NASB 1995 translation. I also suggest the NRSVUE translation or RSV. I recommend those translations. With that being said, God bless you all. I love you all dearly, guys. Get some water, get some good food, get some jogging in, lift some dumbbells, go to the gym, take care of yourself, get some sunlight, guys. Never give up. Chat, remain being resilient, keep searching for the truth, watch your open the last battle, start questioning impact, start questioning its country, start questioning what a family is, what a man is, what a woman is, questioning if genocide is okay. Be amazing, beautiful people. Continue being amazing, beautiful people. I love you all so much. We will be back next week for some good non-One Piece streams. We'll figure it out. Turn notifications on so you don't miss the stream. Join the Discord server. God bless you all. Take care, chat. Peace. And finally,